Give me coffee in the morning, gotta have the caffeine. Wake me up, shake me up, dip me like a lassie. One sip, two sips, and I'm feeling so alive. Coffee in the morning, it's the best way to survive. Woke up in the morning, sleepy eyes yawning. Jumped out of bed, started the day, opened the curtains. Felt the cool breeze, the sun shining on my face. But something was missing, I needed my job to chase. Give me coffee in the morning, give me coffee in the morning, gotta have the caffeine. Wake me up, shake me up, dip me like a lassie. One sip, two sips, and I'm feeling so alive. Coffee in the morning, it's the best way to survive.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome on in. Y'all know the routine. Grab your coffee, your tea, whatever your morning vice might be. We don't even care if you want whiskey in your coffee. We don't judge. Some of y'all might have a mimosa, and that kind of sounds good, and I'm not a drinking woman, but hell, I'm down if it sounds good, right? All right. Actually, the last time I had a mimosa, I went to one of those dinner theaters where you try to guess who killed the person. I forget what they're called, the theater things. Anyway, a friend of mine, she and I went. Her husband treated us because we're into that stuff, but we went and had a good time, and I had a good momos. I had a couple that morning, actually. Welcome in, everybody. Get on in here. Dandy Lioness, welcome in. Witchy, I'm always excited to see Witchy in here. Carrie, welcome on in. How's that baby doing? On the move and driving you nuts yet, Miss Ma'am? Dolphin's backstage. She's coming up to say hi to us this morning and have some conversations with us. Forrest, welcome in. Thank you, sir. And Rachel. Butterfly, she'll be in here eventually. I was just reviewing something she shared on Twitter on a case that we've been following, the Lady Bird Lake stuff. Yeah, I was catching that little bit of a press conference. I was like, excuse me, sir. So I got to dive into that later, and we'll do a catch-up show next week on some things going on there. All right, guys. We're doing a case update show. Today, we're going to talk about the Brian Koberger's case. There's Butterfly. You're right on time, Miss Ma'am. I was just saying, I just saw your Twitter post a few minutes ago with the Houston Police Department there, or whoever they were. Yeah, I got to finish reviewing, so thanks for sharing that. You may have linked me and I just missed it. But anyway, so today's going to be a case update show. Some things have come down in the Brian Koberger case. You guys know I wasn't here with you yesterday. I ended up having some things to go. I had to go be an adult again yesterday. So I went to my dad's, had a great time there, came back. I had to go do some things yesterday. Boy, yesterday evening, my son and I cooked, I cooked it. I fried catfish, locally caught out of the river by my daddy, and oh my God, it was the best stuff ever. I just sat there and ate and ate and ate fish and tater tots and baked beans. God, it was so good, guys. I'm not even hungry this morning yet. I think Dolphin was going to get some breakfast. Oh, she's going to go make her some tea while I'm chatting. All right. I got my coffee. Dolphin's grabbing her tea. You guys grab whatever you need. Butterfly, I watched a couple of minutes in the beginning and I realized, oh no, I got to go live. So I turned it off, but I do plan. I have my big note right here. You should see it. So we'll be, I'm going to be reviewing that and getting some more information behind why they even had the press conference. Yeah. So we'll be getting that together and doing an update on that situation. Also, a case we looked at. You guys remember the cheerleader who gave birth to a baby that was found in the closet? Laken Snelling. She's due back in court today. There's a preliminary hearing this morning. It was scheduled for 8:30, and I noticed it yesterday, but I didn't see anybody who was had it out there they were going to be airing the hearing, right? So if I find that later today, after we're done here, I'll grab that for us to take a look at, because I know it's been super quiet in that case for a minute, right? Since the baby was discovered in the closet and we found out she's this big college cheerleader, and they're like, "Oh, don't look at her." So another Kentucky case. So I don't know if we'll get video from the hearing, but I know some places to go check out as a source for that information if they have it. So we'll take a look at that. All right. And Monday, we'll get back to our Delphi coverage. There's still a lot coming down in that case, discovery dump wise, to move through. It's going to take some time. We're unpacking two cases at the same time where lots of discoveries coming down. So I'm trying to find my balance there because I want to look at all of it from both cases. I got that overwhelming brain syndrome thing going on here. Did I just make up something new again? I think I did. Anyway, Salty's version of the world. Welcome to my life. Did you see the Facebook post I added to the Idaho 4 tab? Actually, no. Let me go look. Some weirdness on. Look, I fell down a rabbit hole in that Facebook place the other day, and I was like, no wonder I don't come here often. You spend so much time trying to figure out if what you just saw is real. Okay, let's see. Oh, I think I did butterfly. Let me check. Oh, okay. Hang on, guys. Let me read this real quick. Aw. Oh. And there's photos of Kaylee's. Okay, so Butterfly shared a post with me from the Gonzalez family page. I hadn't been on their page in a minute looking around. Murphy must have liked to lay under that desk. I just noticed that, Butterfly. So they posted a couple of photos when Kaylee moved in to King Road and got her bedroom set up. Let me snatch that. And that's Murphy under the desk, just like we saw in the crime scene photos that the cops took when they discovered Murphy in the room. Yep. Does he have a little muzzle? Oh, that's the chair. I was like, they threw a little muzzle on that puppy. No. Okay. All right. So that was his little go-to hideaway. Hey, Rondi. Good morning. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, guys. So they have released FOIA requests are being answered, and people are getting them all over the place. And so a few outlets or streamers have gotten them and put them out there, so we're going to take a look. One of the first ones that came out was there was at least 5 different video recorded interviews with Dylan Mortensen. They've released one that's just over 5 minutes long, and you absolutely can tell that is not the whole and one and done interview, right? If that's their one and done interview with the roommate who survived because he didn't see her or whatever, I don't know what happened. You can't look at that and go, oh my God, that's all they did. Because if you think that's all they did, man, if that really was all they did, we're all in trouble in Idaho. But it's kind of common sense. And you can tell by the tone of the conversation and the line of questioning, that's not the whole conversation. It's just a 5-minute clip of that particular video. But I also wonder, Dolphin and I had a conversation. I think I asked her about it, but we were texting back and forth at this point. But I wondered if there was at one point they got up to take a break, like a bathroom break, and they leave the room, they come back in, they sit down, they start the interview again. Is that what we're seeing? You guys will see. Some of you have probably seen it, but we'll start with that, and then we'll roll into the videos of Brian Koberger. So 31, I believe it is, new surveillance videos were released in the case. And I think that Gray Hughes actually got them first in FOIA. And I know that Gray and the docket and Plunder, they all spend a lot of time and money getting all of this stuff. I don't care what you think about Gray Hughes. He is part of that little trio. They spent a lot of money getting this stuff back. In fact, I got a quote yesterday. There's over $700 right now out there just trying to get these FOIA requests honored. They're not free. Once people start requesting them, prices may go down, but what the initial cost is there. And that, so anyway, I do know for a fact, I was confirmed last night, they're still trying to get more, plus a second audio video with BF, the other roommate. So, all right, Dolphin, I'll bring you up in just a moment when she's almost done with her tea. And I'll probably need a coffee refill by then. I feel like it's one of those days where I'm just going to drink coffee all day and eat leftovers tonight and be lazy. It's Friday. Hey, Sirius, welcome in. It's been a minute, ma'am. Hope you're not working too hard as usual. Okay, so they released 31 surveillance videos. Plunder's got them all. A few people have put out. There's 3 that showed Brian's movements. We saw in documents, that he was wandering around over there in Clarkston. We have those videos released, and then there were 31 altogether, and Plunder put a little video together with those in there. And I think they're going to be released individually. I don't know. So we're going to take a look at that as well and have a discussion based around all that. There was some new documents dropped in the case. There's nothing serious there, but we're going to take a look at those and review them quickly just to get that out of the way. Let me start with that actually, and then we're going to move right into the videos, because these documents are like, seal this, okay, sealed. And I'm like, why are y'all still doing that? And why on these particular documents weird, but okay. You do you over there. So, like I said, there was nothing like crazy. These actually been down a couple days. There just wasn't anything there that I found so urgent. We need to discuss it right away. So there was a motion to seal response to the court's second order regarding the documents, and they put in what they thought should be redacted from each of the upcoming set that will be released next. Then the motion to seal the state's Exhibit 1 attached to the response on the second order. State's response to the court's second order regarding sealed documents. It's just order sealing defendant's response, order sealing state's request for restitution. Why you got to seal the request for restitution? Like, redact a name maybe, or some personal information, right? But that, I don't understand the need to seal that at this stage in the game, and I thought the gag order was lifted. State's request for restitution and motion to seal Exhibit 1. And then an order sealing the Exhibit 1 attachment. So and they're like 1 and 2 pages. They're just standard. And I'll show you an example here. Let's bring up this one. Okay. Order sealing state's Exhibit 1, state's request for restitution. And I thought I saw one, though, that has the amounts in there. Based upon the state's request for restitution, the motion to seal exhibit filed on the 22nd of September, the court does hereby confirm an order. And, it's like, again, why? It's weird. It's in one of these documents that has there was a price for the Gonzalez. We've read other documents about all that, but it was about the sorry, y'all. The price for the Gonzalez family or the parents. Here it is, and then Maddie's mom. And this isn't redacted or anything, so I don't know what's up with these people. State's request for restitution and motion to seal exhibit comes now the state of Idaho by and through the Latah County prosecuting attorney, and respectfully moves the court for orders of restitution herein against the defendant and in favor of Steve and Christy Gonzalez in the amount of $20,000, $20,409.32, and in favor of Karen Laramie in the amount of $6,920.32. In support of this request, the state refers the court to counsel the documentation expended. So there's like appended. I'm sorry. I wonder what if they outlined. If there's details outlined to how they came up with this money figure, what is I don't care what the restitution amounts are and all that, but I don't know why it would be sealed. But that's just an example of what's there, and it's really nothing important. It's just, hey, judge, can you seal this? I object. Yes, I do. Okay, whatever. But nothing is unsealed yet. Ooh. That's some really good stuff. I started my day with some cold sweet tea with lemon. Does that matter? Are you ready to come up here, ma'am? Let's see. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Am I up?
You are up.
Okay.
You ready? You got your tea?
Yeah, I'm still just sort of stirring it and everything, but I'm ready.
Cool.
I need to order breakfast.
You're going to make me want breakfast, and I was not hungry when I started this stream. You're probably going to get something good.
I don't know. My options have been limited lately.
Uh-oh. You probably need some new places to open up. I get like that. Yeah, you're like, I'm so burnt out on what's here. Please give me new options.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably go broke if I lived somewhere where I had just tons of great dining options, because I'm that person. I'm all for it. Although I do enjoy what I cook from time to time, like last night, but on the regular, I'm not that girl. I'm just like, yeah, it's just too easy to get it from somewhere else. Okay. So, as we were saying, guys, we had all this stuff dropping down in the case, and we're going to take a look. We're going to start with that Dylan interview. It's a 5-minute long interview, or just over 5 minutes. And see what you guys think about it. Let me get this queued up and ready. Our good buddy, friend of the channel, MB, also dropped the video as well, and he had transcription on the screen. And hold on, let me get this set up, and I'll keep okay, we're using his for this one. Okay, so they're bringing her, like Dolphin and I were wondering as we're watching it, because of the way he starts off the conversation with her, it appears that there was a prior conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That was our take, right?
Yep.
So did you see my message I sent you? Do you wonder if they had taken a break, like a bathroom break or whatever? Because she appears a lot calmer than she did. You guys all saw the video, the body cam, where they're all outside of the house at King Road, and how upset she still was, the hyperventilation, the can't breathing, and all that. Here she seems real calm. And this is also on the 13th, but there was no time stamp on the video. And it's, like I said, it's just over 5 minutes, and it feels like it's part of a longer interview, and you guys will see. So I'll let that play through and let you guys just watch it all the way through, and then we'll have a conversation about it. Like I said, it's just over 5 minutes. Let me get the screen up. So some of you may have seen it, some of you may not have. Okay.
So I think that somebody might have said something that you said. I think what maybe it was.
Now the audio is a little muffled in the very beginning. It clears up. It's on their end. It's not on our end.
Did you have, in the recent history, have anybody that you thought might have been stalking you, or that was just acting weird?
No, but me and Ben were talking. Remember about a month ago, I think that one of the police officers that Kayla was outside taking Murphy out, and she saw a shadow.
Yep. Okay. And
then when Kaylee was at Winco, Xander was in the car. She noticed this guy was following her. she like got what she was getting, put it in the car, and she could see in her mirror that the guy was behind her in the car.
Okay.
So obviously he was trying to follow her. And then that was about like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And then about a week ago, our door is broken, but me, Maddie, and Ben came home and the door's wide open. And like obviously, yes, the door is broken, but that could also be something else as well.
With the front door?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever find the back slider open or anything? Is that usually locked? What's the condition
I
of
mean,
that?
we're pretty good at locking it.
Okay.
I don't think we locked it last night.
And it sounds like the code's fairly well known to the front door by people.
I mean, only people that like know us, like random people would not know, but
Okay.
like,
Right.
yeah.
Because Hunter said he knew it.
Yeah, it does.
Obviously knew it because it sounded like she was going to move in with you guys,
Yeah.
possibly. Doesn't sound like he knew it.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Did Kaylee ever say anything or report that weirdness to anybody else other than you guys?
No, because I mean, like, you can't, there's like no proof, you know, I
Right.
can't really do anything about it, and people are just weird sometimes. We didn't, like, obviously we were scared for a little bit, we didn't think much about it after that, because there's nothing really weird after that.
Did she see what kind of car it was that he was driving? Nothing like that?
Mm-mm.
Where did Kaylee work?
She worked at home for a business, I believe. I
Okay.
can't remember what exactly it is.
So she was just she works from her apartment? From her
Yeah.
room? Okay. What about Maddie and Zana? Where did they work?
Maddie and Santa both worked at Mad Creek, and then Maddie also had a paid internship through this business as well that was online at home.
Who would know what that business is? How would I be able to figure that out?
You might know.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called. There's like, because they were business majors, and through their majors they were able to get these jobs.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just told me about Kaylee talking about something like that,
Yeah.
and then I heard that it was possibly you. So I just wanted to make sure that I got the right person having those kind of things. Did you hear Murphy barking or doing anything
Yes, he was barking a lot.
throughout the night, or?
When I heard Kaylee go upstairs, he was barking a lot, and then I could tell that he was outside. I don't know how the police found him, because he wasn't in the house.
Okay.
But he has a puppy who barks, but he was barking a lot if there was someone there.
And that was at 1:32, or was that around
Like
4?
when everything happened.
And when he was barking, when you first heard him on barking after she was up there playing, did you hear him go outside, or did he start outside?
Murphy was with Kaylee when they were like dancing. They walked upstairs, he was still with her. And then when she would yell, someone's here, he started barking in
Okay.
the house. And then I believe the slider door was open, and I think he went out that way, because I could tell like the sound of his barking was getting like more distant.
Do you think that Murphy would have went after him, whoever he was?
Maybe, but I mean, he's a puppy, he doesn't fully know that yet.
No, he would just be, if anything, probably playing with him.
Yeah, I don't know.
When the guy in black left, did he close the slider or did he leave it open?
I don't know. I just ran downstairs.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, anything else?
Not that I
Popped
can
up?
think of. No.
All right, I'm gonna go talk to my guys who've done the other interviews
Okay.
and see if anybody's got questions, so that we can kind of start putting more pieces together.
He means we're going to go compare notes, ma'am. God, I hope they did. Like, goodness gracious. So we're gonna bring that back up in a minute. I have thoughts, right? I can't help it. Sometimes you're gonna have more more questions once you see things. And I think I'm going to always have questions the more I see things in this case, and especially with this one.
Goodness
Oh my
gracious.
goodness, my phone was turned up. I was trying to get my chat pulled up because I can't see it on the restream. So I don't know how many of you guys had actually seen that before or saw it. What was it, yesterday it came down, Dolphin? I think it
Oh
was.
yeah. Hmm.
Okay. So anyway, that came down yesterday. What do you guys think? Do you think that I'm listening to what she says, right? And there's different things that she's talking about. The Murphy was very interesting to me because that's what I want to know. It doesn't matter. No, he's just a dog. He didn't do anything. But I'm always going to be wondering what Murphy was doing all during that time period because it matters to me for putting things together in my mind. Um, what are y'all saying? What's the chat saying?
Oh, I just was when she mentioned Murphy, it made me think of something that I was thinking in the kitchen when you guys were talking about Murphy being under the desk.
Uh huh.
And I was like, Murphy was a kennel trained puppy, and I did that too with a few of my beagles. And you know,
Oh
even
yeah.
when they weren't in the kennel, they would like seek, sometimes get into smaller confined spaces or
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
Sometimes just walk in it when the door was open and nothing
Hmm.
was really, going on. So,
My
hmm.
son's dog's favorite spot is either right behind his recliner, or if you read, and I didn't know it because I don't ever sit there. And one day I did, and that's when I realized it. And then I started paying attention. But if you sit down in his chair and you reach for the lever to recline, that dog gets into a stance and she waits for that thing to pop up. And boy, she dives under it and she curls up into a little ball. And she's a big dog, but she's
Yeah,
like, if I want her to go calm down and quit bothering me, I'll like, I'm gonna go recline that chair, and buddy, she's there. So I
at
get
least she
exactly what you're
waits.
saying. Yeah, she gets in this
Pipsqueak.
stance, and
Hmm.
oh, yours don't wait.
No, when I get in the chair, she's got a chair and an ottoman together in the den that she always goes to, and I have a throw blanket. So when I decide to sit in the chair and
Yeah,
I'm trying to like, shake out the blanket and put it on my legs, she
yeah,
won't even let me get the blanket shook out good. I'm like before she comes running and leaping on my
yeah,
lap.
yeah. I could just envision her getting smacked with the chair as the reclining part comes out. I thought, but no, my dog, it's so odd because I noticed her just like getting to those stance. I'm like, this dang dog. But yeah, they will, if the dog is used to that confined security of an area. Plus, they're hiding a little bit too, but I can still see you. So that was Murphy's favorite place, apparently, um, to go. So, what did you initial thoughts? I'm listening about the front door being broken. Her Was the slider open? Murphy barking, moving further away from the house. She mentions again about Kaylee and the dog dancing. So that was down on second floor, obviously, before she thinks that Kaylee ran up the stairs with the dog. But remember, we had heard in other interviews they were at one point upstairs in Kaylee's room all together, right,
Mhm.
Dolphin?
Mhm.
Um, so I'm assuming that at some point, Kaylee, Murphy, and Dylan came back downstairs, but we also heard that Bethany and Maddie walked the dog, and
Right?
then they come back in, and then Maddie goes and asks Bethany, "Have you seen Murphy?"
Mhm.
Still trying to figure out Murphy's movements for the night because I got questions for Murphy, but doesn't make a little something's not making sense still.
Mhm.
It's just not making sense, and then she says toward the end when they ask her about the back slider. She says she didn't know if he left the back slider open, but I swear in some of those written reports, that's she notices the back slider still open when he goes towards the kitchen. I guess when she ran out to go to Bethany's, she never looked in there
Mm.
to confirm. For
Yeah, she never looked a lot of places.
she sure didn't. Well, when the one place she did look, I didn't do any good to look, but um, I don't get too hardcore. YouTube's might get me into trouble. Um, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys I think this girl's involved in any kind of way, but I don't understand this girl sometimes. It's easy to chalk it up to drunk, unintelligent young woman. Been there, done that with this girl, but I'm still listening to everything being said. Um, and I don't know if Murphy had been a different type of dog, would he have attacked, right? I know my pit bull would have absolutely attacked. I feel
Hmm.
like you got a big German Shepherd, Doberman, whatever your choice adult Rottweiler, they're probably going to attack. I know nothing about these fluffy dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about their behavior. I'm sure they'll get protective of their owner though, but he's not full grown. So I don't know how he would act.
Right, but I definitely think that he ran out, whether it was up on the balcony, or out the slider door, because after the 417 noises,
Yeah,
from Xana's room, that's when he started barking.
yeah.
And I'd actually want to know if the next door neighbor's camera, I'd want to hear or see their footage from like after 404 or whatever, the last time you saw um, Koberger's car
Hmm.
until 417,
I know.
when we actually hear everything. Was there barking in that space? You
Right.
know?
Exactly. Because I've been waiting to see that more of that footage because I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking. It's a lot. I'll tell you when Molly's out there walking around with her flashlight, I'm already ignoring Molly because I know what Molly's doing, but I'm watching for Murphy. I don't see the dog anywhere running around down toward Jack's house. Even he knows where Jack lives. Murphy knows. You'd think if he couldn't get back into King Road, or maybe he wanted to go see what Jack's doing, I think he would have ran down that direction. But I don't see him anywhere. We hear this dog barking in the video, but that's it. So I know more of Linda Lane has come out in this newest FOIA thing, but nothing about 1112 that I've seen yet. 1112 audio till 4:30, because you would think if that dog ran out of the house, like she's saying around 4 a.m., he's barking a lot, and then she hears the bark go further away from the house. Where did he run to? Did he stay in the backyard? Did he run around the house, um, down toward Jack's? Yeah, which if you did we have it past 417 somewhere? Have you guys seen that somewhere?
Yeah, I want the whole thing
Yeah, we want the whole thing. We've because we've
with the
put it out.
video.
Mhm.
Who has
Yeah.
the audio? Witchy? Because all we've seen are like certain snapshots
Is it
from
an
that camera,
and
certain timestamps.
and is it an official release from
Well,
document?
yeah, that's the other question. Hmm.
Because there's some crazy look, there's been Linda Lane footage out there for a long time that's been very, very real, but people refuse to watch it because they know the audio attached probably isn't real, and that was a serious problem. It turned a
Hmm.
lot of people off from watching Linda Lane and watching that white Elantra circle its damn prey. You can clearly see it with timestamps, but it's like, we're not paying attention to that car. I was the whole time. I'm like, please, y'all just shut up and watch this car doing what they claimed it was doing. Outcast
Okay,
has the audio.
Outcast has the audio.
Okay. Because Outcast also did a video, right, on this Coburger. We're going to actually be looking at Outcast, I think, their video of the Coburger surveillance, because I liked their version that I saw last night. So thank you, Witchy, for that. We'll be looking into that. It's the official ISP. Well, I got the website. We can go straight to it and get it if it's out there. But thank you. We will definitely check that out. Side note, they've caught that Anthony Betchin chap from New York. I don't know who that is. Forrest, you keep up on all those cases. Fill me in. Yeah, yeah, Gray has a lot. Gray's a lot. Like I said, Gray Hughes got all this in FOIA that we're reviewing, but
Hmm.
I didn't get what we're watching from Gray, but that's where it initiated. So go do you, buddy. But yeah, he's a lot and he's got a lot. Oh, I'm sorry. I was making a note and forgot what I was supposed to make my note about. Okay. All right. So let me pull this back up for a moment
Oh,
because
okay, I'm on Outcast's website. I
did you?
see 410 to 416 a.m. King Road audio. Um,
Hmm.
and that's showing the screenshot of the or the 1112's porch.
Then it
Um,
should be in the, unless that came directly from ISP in a FOIA request, it will be on the document site that they have set up.
I see 3:30 to 3:40.
3:30 to 3:40.
Oh, 3:30 to 4:30.
Okay.
1112 King Road CCTV.
He's got the whole hour.
59 minutes.
Grab that and link it to me, and
Yep.
thank you, ma'am.
hmm
Okay. Thank you, Witchy. It's a team effort around here. Okay. Let me pull this up. Oh, something itched me. Okay.
Okay, I just DM'd it to you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to play the Dylan video again, and as it's playing, we will stop and talk about things.
Okay.
And then we'll move on to the Coburger being caught all around town doing what he does. He just out doing a little shopping and a little middle of the night driving around. Okay.
So I think that somebody might have said something that you said. I think it maybe you.
And see, he starts it off. So I think somebody may have said, and that's not like, "Hey, ma'am, how you doing? Have a seat. Let's start this
Right.
interview."
hmm
Right? Well, let's
hmm
turn on the official
Oh,
recorder, time and all that. Huh?
so here's one thing though too. Last night, Firefly and I were watching like different videos, and Jules said something that sort of made me think. She said,
Sometimes she does.
yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
She said something about pain. She was talking about inconsistencies and, what time he arrived at the house.
Hmm.
Oh, we thought he didn't arrive till about 4 or something like that. She wanted to know where pain was because then she said, oh, but he then supposedly was interviewing people or whatever. And
Yeah.
I've been going through the old MPD files
Hmm.
and bookmarking, right? Like each different section and everything, so we can go back through and find things quickly, right? Payne was interviewing people. He was at MPD's station at like, I don't know, 2 something, I think it said. So he was there like a few hours before he even went to the house and he was interviewing people. So, if Payne was interviewing and Mallory was interviewing, I'm wondering, did she have an interview with somebody else or was somebody talking to her and these fools didn't record the beginning? Because when you look at Mallory's paperwork, his report on this particular interview, it's like, I don't know, 3 pages or something like that of like the whole thing, everything that she told Nunez or whatever on the body cam footage outside the house. And then literally the last paragraph of that report is
Hmm.
this 5-minute conversation, and then Maori ends his report. So I was like, well, wait a minute, you
Okay,
know.
so that because we were trying to, even with when our we were having that little I had that chit chat with Plunder,
hmm
trying to match, and then we saw the one report you and I looked at, trying to match up the reports to the videos and timestamp everything out, um, and try to figure it out. So from to me, there's always inconsistencies in what's a couple of these cops doing right now.
Right.
I need to, because I still need to pull up, because I have a list of the reports we've read so far, which ones to pertain to Dylan, things like that, and I need to just sit down this weekend and really work on that master list that I, because my weekends have been busy lately. But this weekend, no, I'm not leaving this house, so I'm going to be focused on that. And because I do want to, we know there's more, right? If what I
Right.
think Plunder said, we got at least four more that they know of, and I don't know if they're all from this same day because we know she was interviewed at different times,
hmm
and even over by Detective Gooch at one point, right? Wasn't that the name? The lady,
I think so.
female? Yeah. Because I think she was in Boise at that point.
Right. And Maori on this particular day, he
Hmm.
interviewed in his report. It's Dylan is interview one, and then like Hunter Johnson and then I want to say Jenna McClure. The initials are JM. And then because she Bethany text her to say come pick me up, before they got in touch with like Emily and Hunter or whatever. And then the last person was Lyndon. That's Josie's boyfriend.
Yes. Okay. Um, let's see. Yeah, I don't. Riley, we are well schooled in this in that world of those creators. Occasionally, she has a point. Occasionally, she'll say something that makes you go, hmm. If you're not living in a place where sometimes you go, hmm. But yeah, we don't. Yeah, you can't take stuff with a grain of salt. Y'all know how I tell y'all to be careful in these YouTube streets. I don't watch a lot of people, so I don't know a lot of these people y'all are even talking about. If they get on my nerves, I don't tend to watch them because why would I subject myself to all that misery?
It was, um,
Which reminds me, thanks a lot, peeps, because I felt a few more brain cells dying last night when
Oh, jeez.
yeah, I knew better and I had to go do a 5-minute review and I was like, oh my God, no, nope, nope, nope. I'd rather go kill my brain cells on this girl.
did you have, or in the recent history, have anybody that you thought might have been stalking you, or that was just acting weird?
No, but I mean, talking. Remember about a month ago, I think that one of the police officers that Kaylee was outside taking Murphy out, and she saw a shadow.
Yep, okay.
And then when Kitty was at Winco, Xander was in the car. She noticed this guy was following her. She got what she was getting, put it in the car, and she could see in her mirror that the guy was behind her in the car.
Okay.
So obviously he was trying to follow her. And then that was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And then about a week ago, our door is broken, but me, Maddie, and Ben came home and the door is wide open. And obviously, yes, the door is broken, but that could also be something else as well.
All right. So what door did Xana's dad fix?
I thought that was supposed to have been her door.
I think it was because
Hmm.
if we have heard in the reports we read about the front door being broken, not wanting to shut all the way or properly, and it
Hmm.
would become ajar. And now they're coming home, and they're finding the door open. So I wondered, Dolphin, back to the neighbor who walked the dog and saw the door
Hmm.
open.
Yep.
Was that just the door not working right, popped open situation? Is
Could
that
have
when
been. I
she's?
just wish this nut had asked her, what do you
I
mean it was
know.
broken? Broken how? You
Broken
know?
how?
Like you
Yeah.
couldn't lock it, it wouldn't stay closed, what?
How
Like
long has y'all's door been
no
broken?
follow up.
Well, I
Everything's just
wonder if
like,
there was in
okay.
other interviews though. That's why I want to get all of them. We're like,
Hmm.
there's so many more questions that y'all are not seeming to be asking, and we need to know y'all asked them so we can know y'all did the right investigation. Because oh, that cleanup occurred. Well, if they're stupid cops, then yeah, that probably. But if you walk into a room, CSI is gonna know if a cleanup occurred. Let's be serious. So I need to know they asked the right questions. That yeah, they did a good investigation, right? Because I want to
Hmm.
believe in their investigation because I do believe the right guy is sitting behind bars. Um, but I need to know y'all did it right. I mean, you know what I'm saying. As far as looking
Yeah.
into this is day one, guys. So where
This
I'm
is
going,
like,
yeah,
probably a couple of hours after the
get it in.
911 call. Ask some
Mhm.
clarifying questions. She's not upset. She's as
No,
cool as a cucumber sitting there. So you're not, needing to tiptoe around feelings, apparently. Just go ahead and ask questions. Like, oh,
um,
these people are frustrating. But
and
yeah.
even with feelings, you still got to ask those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a young girl sitting here, blah blah blah, but I still got to be hard hitting and ask the right questions because this is day one, a few hours in. They don't know what the hell happened in that house or who did it. They don't know about no white Elantra yet. They haven't pulled that camera from 1112. That took a minute to get. The girl done left town. They had to get the links sent over to get access her video, blah, blah, blah. They had no clue at this point talking to this girl who did that in that home. So I don't know. Did they not suspect her immediately as they should have? Because if you're a cop, you absolutely should have suspected the person in the home that survived the attack. You should also suspect the people closest to your victims, their boyfriends, their girlfriends. You should also suspect the possibility we got one guy down and three women, or we got a weird love triangle that got out of hand. What happened? Why did this girl wait 8 hours to call me? Those are important questions you need to find out in the get go. Now, is that going to go make pro burgers change their mind? Oh, look, they did do an investigation. I don't know and don't care. I'm not here for them. I'm not here to point all this out to them. It's just for us unpacking an investigation, right? We're going to look at all investigations in every case we cover, and they're all going to be different. But this girl's inconsistencies sometimes, her demeanor sometimes does leave a pause. And and I'm trying to be respectful of her and people's feelings about her. I don't mean to hurt people's feelings with my non feelings sometimes, but I don't take feelings into cases. I try not to. That causes tunnel vision.
With the front door?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever find the back slider open or anything? Is that usually locked? What's the condition
I
of
mean,
that?
we're pretty good at locking it.
Okay.
I don't think we locked it last night.
Now, that was something I found super interesting yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And when Dolphin and I were discussing it, we both found that very interesting. We normally are good about locking the door, but we didn't last night. Of all nights, not to lock your damn door. Was there a reason?
How can she even speak to whether or not that door was locked? From what she's saying, she was in her room by then or whatever, and people were
Right.
still up and milling about the house, you know? So how does she know that the door was locked or
Does
wasn't
she
locked?
assume, is she assuming by this point, I guess we didn't lock the door.
Mm,
I guess we didn't lock the door last night. We normally lock the door, but last night I don't think any of us checked the door. I would be checking that door before I went to bed because, excuse me, I'm the closest room to that big ass door with people can
yeah.
see right through. No, ma'am, it's getting locked.
Especially as the resident scaredy cat or one of the resident
Ye-
scaredy cats.
Thank you, ma'am.
You would think she would be all over the doors.
All over it. And when I was 19 years old, my dad raised four daughters. I had to stop and count us four daughters
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of nowhere in small town America. Guess what we were drilled to do? Lock your door.
Mm-hmm.
Lock your door. I don't care if where you live, hillbilly, countryside like me right now. I got really no reason to lock my front door, but guess what? Both of my doors are locked down.
Yeah.
I don't trust these fools to steal Dolphin's word. I do not trust these fools. Um, the Jeepers and the Creepers are everywhere. I don't care where you
Yeah.
live, especially if you're over in Letcher County. Shit, they're your, they're your town officials. Mm. All right, so now we got front door broken, could come ajar, open it at willy nilly. We got a back slider. We're pretty good about locking, but we didn't lock it that night.
And it sounds like the code's fairly well known to the front door by people.
I mean, only people that know us, random people would not know. But
Okay.
Random people wouldn't know the code. So you're going to tell me in a college town where 5, 10 people may know the code, not one slipped up and gave it to Tom, Dick, or Harry. Hey, meet us over here. Not one.
Yeah. Plus, I'm sure she knows that Hunter and all those guys had the code to the door.
Mhm.
I feel like she is, since she's sitting here, with the police, I feel like she's sitting here trying to make it seem like, well, we always did everything right, you know,
Yeah, everything right, but that night.
for whatever reasons,
And you know what? If my roommate was telling me, hey, a guy at Winco followed me, I think, hey, I took my dog out and there's a weird shadow in the woods, I'm freaking locking the door now, doubling down on the locking the door. Hell, the windows better be locked too. There's a big ass ladder leaning up against the house. I need everything locked. That's how I can hear if someone's trying to get in. They got to struggle to get in. They can't just walk up and open the door and come on in. Hell, I'm asking for it at that point, and then I'm going to lie in wait. I'm not getting up. I'm in Florida, stand my ground. I'm going to lie in wait.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Hunter said he knew it.
Yeah, he does.
Obviously knew it because it sounded like she was going to move in with you guys,
Yeah.
possibly. Doesn't sound like he knew it. Okay. Did Kaylee ever say anything or report that weirdness to anybody?
Dolphin, that's a good point. You got a house full of young women.
Mhm.
Daddy, ring up daddy. My door's not shutting. This landlord won't come
Landlord is
fix it.
crap. Yep.
Landlord's a piece of shit.
Yep.
Won't come fix my door. Baby, you fixing to be safe. I'm on my way.
Mhm.
And I'm going to bring you, like Dolphin just said in her comment there, one of those security bars to put, if nothing else, right? Let's get this back slider short up at the same time so you girls can be safe in this house. My
But
dad
they
would have
were
been
in a
all over that,
bubble, you know? Like,
right?
yeah, us, yes, but they were in a bubble, you know? Oh, nothing
Mm,
happens in Moscow. Nothing happens in Idaho, you know?
I
In a
live in a
just a
bubble
total
like that.
bubble.
I was telling you, where I grew up, there's not a lot of this. There's mischief. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a couple of high profile cases that popped off in town, but out here in this middle of nowhere life that I've always been accustomed to, you don't have to do all, you don't got to be as vigilant. But my dad, having daughters, I don't think he ever drilled that shit to my brothers like that. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It was his daughters, and my brothers are the same way. I would have picked up the phone and called my brother, if not my dad. Can you come and check this door? Something ain't right. But I don't know why. Steve Gonzalez, all alpha male.
Mhm.
You. How long did Kaylee live there before? Mm. I'm
Few
not blaming
months.
anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying I find it odd that did they not tell their parents their doors weren't locking properly and shutting? All right. I'm gonna tell my daddy. Just like
Yeah.
I wouldn't have called
Oh
my
no,
daddy about a
totally.
toothache. I'd have been calling like, Daddy, I hear noises in the house. I'm terrified.
I have lived in a campus house like that, and I damn sure would have just been like, "These fools, aren't worried about the door, but I am, right?" And my
Right.
dad would have, either shipped something or,
Exactly.
whatever, but
Uh-huh.
definitely made sure it was taken care of.
Yeah. And you would think that when Santa's dad came down to fix the door, he even talked about the front door having a key code. Why did they not mention to dad about the other doors at that same time? I don't know. Maybe they were just scatterbrained girls and honestly didn't feel the fear. Because a lot of these kids at 18, 19, 20, you're 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Not, like Dolphin said, they live in a bubble that nothing can get them. But it's our job to teach kids that the boogeyman is real and he does
Yeah.
exist.
Landlord's mentality at places like that is like one
Mhm.
step away from being a slumlord. They're just happy that they have, so many houses there on campus. And you saw
Yep.
that they were already fleecing these kids. He was getting what, 600 something dollars a month from all these girls. So he was getting like $3,000 a month for that little crappy house, you
And they
know?
rented the house, the
Hmm.
house with the history as the party house. Everyone taught that's how come it got that reputation.
And he had more than one house. And look, I mean, it didn't seem like he was trying to fix anything on the house, you know?
I had a landlord here in Florida, and the lady refused to fix a water leak that was on her end. My
Hmm.
water bill jacked up in 1 month. I had to repair it myself. My son did. And guess what happened? I had to go to court and make her pay me back. And the judge agreed with me. So they're not all willing just to send somebody out to fix things. He probably had him on the list. I got you on the list. I'll get over there when I can.
Anybody else other than you guys?
No, because I mean, like, you can't, there's like no proof, you know, I
Right.
can't really do anything about it, and people are just weird sometimes. We didn't, like, obviously we were scared for a little bit, we didn't think much about it after that, because there's nothing really weird after that.
Did she see what kind of car it was that he was driving? Nothing like that? Where did Kaylee work?
She worked at home for a business, I believe. I can't remember what exactly it is.
So she was just she works from her apartment? From her
Yeah.
room? Okay. What about Maddie and Zana? Where did they work?
Maddie and Santa both worked at Mad Greek, and then Maddie also had a paid internship through this business as well. that was online at home.
Pause right there for a second.
Gotcha. Yep.
When she said this business as well, do you think she meant that Maddie worked for the same company that Kaylee worked for?
I
Because
don't
that's the
know.
way her statement sounds.
Yeah, for this business as well. Now, remember, we learned that Maddie spent the summer in Boise doing an internship
Mm-hmm.
with Jake, and Jake stayed in Boise. Maddie went back for the fall. Now, did Maddie continue that position but move to online at home, or I don't know? Was it a whole separate company?
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Um, who would know what that business is? How would I be able to figure that out?
You might know.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called. There's like, because they were business majors and through their majors they were able to get these jobs.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just, told me about Kaylee talking about something like that,
Yeah.
and then I heard that it was possibly you. So I just wanted to make sure that I got the right person out of those kind of things. Did you hear?
Because he said, I heard it was possibly you. So
Mm-hmm.
through somebody else's interview, they're relaying this same information, and these cops are like, what are they doing? Gathering up every few minutes and comparing notes? Or are they waiting? I don't know. So you can tell there's other conversations
Mm-hmm.
had that they're, yeah. So he's clarifying this particular stuff. But yes, this is part of a longer interview. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
Murphy barking or doing anything
Yes, he was barking a lot.
throughout the night, or?
When I heard Kaylee go upstairs, he's barking a lot, and then I could tell that he was.
Uh-oh. What had happened? Lord, Lord. You could tell
Wait,
he
you
was
said
what?
whose channel is this from? This is just a
MB.
buffering? Oh, okay.
No, this is not. This is just my video. It's
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
buffered. I'm like, what in the hell happened? And my internet just didn't go down because we're here. What?
Outside. I don't know how the police found him because he wasn't in the house.
Okay.
But he has puppy barks, but he was barking a lot if there was someone there.
And that was at 1:32, or was that around
Like
4?
4. And
He says, was that at 1:32 or around 4?
I noticed that too. Mm-hmm.
Did he start barking around 1? Did someone ever report hearing this dog barking at 1:32? Why would he specifically? Does the camera pick up dog barking sounds at 1:32? That's a pretty exact time to ask about.
But you know what? Well, I don't think it's 132 as in the number 2. I think you meant TOO, like
Oh, yeah,
also,
gotcha,
right?
gotcha. 1:30
But
ish.
1:30, Murphy should have been like in Kaylee's room or whatever because
Hmm.
Kaylee and Maddie weren't at home yet.
They were on. No, they hadn't got there yet.
Unless he's barking because he needed to go to the
Go to the
bathroom.
bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
At what time did she say she got home? Was it right around 1:30?
Who, Dylan?
Yeah,
Shoot, I don't remember this chick's details because, yeah.
something around 1:30 ish.
Maybe,
They go
yeah.
back and start watching the
Vampire
Vampire
Diaries.
Diaries or
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. Okay, we're still trying to piece together this girl's story, guys. Her story, and she's sticking to it.
nothing happened.
And when he was barking, when you first heard him on barking after she was up there playing, did you hear him go outside, or did he start outside?
Murphy was with Kaylee when they were like dancing. They walked upstairs.
So he was with
Did she
Kaylee.
say he woke?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
is that just a bad transcription?
Well, I'll have to listen to it again without and not look at the words.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Go outside, or did he start outside?
Murphy was with Kaylee when they were like dancing. They walked.
He woke.
Yeah, she cut herself off there. Yeah.
Yes, she did. She did. So they're on the second floor, apparently, allegedly playing and dancing.
Mm-hmm.
So that she has to see that. She has to be completely aware that that's not a lucid dream. That actually happened. And then they scurry off up the stairs to go to bed, I'm assuming.
Upstairs, he was still with her. And then when she would yell, someone's here, he started barking.
Okay.
And she's still doubling down. That was Kaylee who yelled, "Someone's here." How did the guy get up the stairs between the time Kaylee shouts, "Someone's here," if she's awake to yell, "Someone's here," but then she's asleep when she's attacked? I don't know who yelled, "Someone's here." I'm not convinced it was Kaylee. I'm not convinced this girl's timeline is correct.
House, and then I believe the slider door was open, and I think he went out that way because I could tell like the sound of his barking was getting like more distant.
Do you think that Murphy would have went after him, whoever he was?
Maybe, but I mean he's a puppy. He doesn't fully.
I don't know why it's buffering, guys. Um, so she sees the dog and Kaylee playing, dancing. They go up the stairs, and then the slider's open because Murphy goes out barking and he gets further away. So how many minutes pass between Kaylee goes upstairs and she continues to hear Murphy barking and getting further from the home? How many minutes passed in between that time? That's what I'm...
Know that yet?
No, he would just be, if anything, probably playing with him.
Yeah, I don't know.
When the guy in black left, did he close the slider or did he leave it open?
I don't know. I just ran downstairs.
So she doesn't know if he left it open or closed it. So she's assuming it's open. He's walking towards it. She's assuming he's going out the back door. The cops say in the PCA he appears to have exited the home through the back sliding door because she witnessed him going toward the kitchen where the slider's at.
I don't see her watching him walk out the door.
Well, she
Because
says, look, okay, so here's what she said in the written report, right?
he right? He's coming from, right? He passes her in like a couple of seconds or whatever. That startles her. Her first reaction would be to close the door. She said she closed and locked her door. So I don't see her standing there peeking out, watching him walk out the door. My
Well,
first reaction if I saw some stranger would be, yeah, close the damn door really quick and lock it. And
right.
then I
Well,
would have been out the window, but that's a different story.
I,
Um,
okay, I got to look for the report number,
mhm,
but she says in the written report
mhm,
that it's either that or it's in one of those motions
mhm,
where she sticks her head out the door
mhm.
and she doesn't know if he saw her or her whole body or
I
just her
remember that.
head,
Mhm,
right? So what is she watching the back? How did he, even if she's watching him walk away from her door at this point to and through the kitchen, how does she know he even saw? Did he turn around and look back and she's like, "Oh my god, he sees my head," and she shuts the door real quick? I'm trying to vision what she says as she's saying it, as it's happening in my head. You do, does that make
mhm.
sense?
Yeah, but I mean, if,
I don't know.
she saw him
Mhm.
like coming from the living room,
Yeah.
that's when, they locked eyes or whatever.
Right.
So I just think, and she said she was afraid, right? She says she
No,
closed her door and locked the door.
she says in the report as he went toward the kitchen and she stuck her head out again, she didn't know if he's seen her because they say she opened the door 3 different damn times. So
Right.
apparently on her last open and peeks her head out, he looks at her either a second time or for the first time. I don't know which one she's meaning. So I'm trying to figure out, remembering what she said in reports and listening to what she says here and trying to make that match.
Mhm.
That's where I'm at with that, and I'm like, so I don't know if it matches yet. Uh, the sequence of events.
Okay. Okay. Anything else
Not that I
popped
can
up?
think of.
All
No.
right. I'm gonna go talk to my guys who've done the other interviews
Okay.
and see if anybody's got questions. Um,
And those other interviews will be with the Bethany and the friends that they called over during the 911 call, Hunter and Emily and all those. All those are still out there.
so we can kind of start putting more pieces together.
All right. Well, so that was the end of it. Again, let me. Oh goodness. Okay. Let me see here. What you guys saying in chat about it? Let me move back up. Hey, Miss Woozy, welcome in. How's mom doing? Let me know in chat. Feeling better, I hope. It did sound like she said woke and then she stopped herself. So did Murphy wake up, need to go outside, and then Maddie ended up taking the dog? So confusing with this girl. Yeah, Firefly, according to Dylan, sounds like he made eye contact with her, but was he just too tired to mess with her, or was he. There you go. I don't know. Yeah, when she claims that when he was coming toward her, they saw each other, but she says in that other report that the last time she put her head out, she wasn't sure if he saw her whole head. Was the last time she put her head out when they locked the eyes? Because I know that happened. I'm just trying to figure out where in these sequence of events from girl talking that it actually happened. In the report, it leads you to believe he passed her door and was in the kitchen that when on this particular report. So I'm going to go back and review it again and see if I can match things up. Was she had felt a draft? Was it windy, breezy that night? I know we've looked at the statistics on that with the weather reports from that night, the moonlight, the temperature, the wind. So if there's not a lot of wind, well, it's just going to let cold in. But if it's a blowing, gentle wind, wouldn't it be breezy and drafty, combined? I don't know. How much open was the damn door? We don't even know that for sure. Cracked open, halfway open, all the way open. We've seen pictures of the open. I've seen photos of that door open in various states until I see a timestamp behind each photo. I don't know which one it was, and I'm not going to go and say double down like that's how far open that door was because I don't think anybody knows for sure. No, Firefly, she's not. Well, for a scaredy cat that everybody knows gets scared if a dish falls in the kitchen, she should have been hyper aware of her surroundings, right? Rachel says there's always wind in Moscow. Yeah, I mean, I live in what I call the wind tunnel. My back door will absolutely pop open if the wind's bad out here one day. It'll suck it right out every time. I feel like
Actually, is she saying
Secret
that
Rob.
because Moscow's in a valley?
Probably, maybe. She
Because
lives
I
not
was
far
thinking
out of
about
the
all
area.
those mountains around the
hmm
stores and stuff that we saw in the
hmm
surveillance videos.
When I lived in Tennessee with my mom for a while, the mountains were just overwhelming and kept me closed in, but you could feel it, right? And there was a lot of mountains, and I felt super closed in. But it was crazy because I'm so used to flatland Florida and hurricanes and weather patterns here. To get used to how it was there was very very different, even with the wind blowing through the mountains. So that Rachel's not far out of that area, so she knows the area very well. She's usually my go-to for stuff like that. Hmm. But I wonder, we don't know exactly how far open the door was left. You would think it was at least open far enough to comfortably walk in and out without having to turn sideways. You know what I mean? Just in and out. And I feel like it would have got left open less I got a touch on my way out the door. Less to touch. Okay, let me pull up the next set of stuff we're going to pay attention to here. There's still just, there's questions, guys, with Dylan's stuff, her accounts of the night, the sequence of events, and just trying to see if I can totally get behind this poor girl's reaction to everything. I don't know. I'm gonna go look at goofy ass walking around town here. It is more fun to tear him down than that girl. It feels safer too. It feels more fun. Okay, I might need to start me a So Salty Can Cuss fund. All right. In the photos, it looks like it's about halfway open. It does, but there's various points the doors open, Firefly. You know what I mean? A lot of the official photos that came down in the dumps, it's like at least where you're talking about halfway open. And then we've seen a few where it wasn't open that much. So I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure it was more in lines with halfway open. That's what I would think. All right, I'm going to let this start to play, and I'm going to go grab a drink, and I'll be right back as it's playing, and then we'll also talk about it as well. So this is from, let me show you guys a visual first, what we're doing here. Okay, so this is the locations that were spoke about in the documents that came down as well. We've known about Kate's Cup of Joe for a long, long time, the Costco and the Albertsons. So this is in Clarkston, Washington. Lewiston, Idaho is literally right next door. And you can see a little bit in the back of this one photo that there's the river right there. But Costco is here. Uh, Across the street is the Albertsons, and then down the street over here we have Kate's Cup of Joe. So this is just a little area that he's trolling around in that morning. Let's see. Let me get it back here. All right. Oh, I was looking at other locations too. All right. Oh, well, that's a nice sunset to show on their picture. Okay, hold on. And I want to show you guys this from the map. This is the Kate's Cup of Joe that they're going to show in the video as well, where he went. It's a little coffee stand there. Whoa. So you can get your espresso, drive up and get your coffees. And it's located in the parking lot there. Just kind of give you a visual there. Look at there's some of the mountains in the back. He enters from back here. There's a road, and he'll come up this way to the coffee shop. And there's a U.S. Chef store.
Yeah, he did a U-turn in that parking lot.
Yeah.
Breezed by the drive-through window.
And isn't that the Walmart over there? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Walmart.
Yeah. Can't miss the Walmarts, can we? All right. So now let's go to the video. And we're going to look at the maps again later when we get to the other locations that they're going to show. All right. Video, video, video. And like this one, I do believe we are borrowing from Outcast. Okay, let's see. Get her off the screen. We want this one. All right. So it's going to start showing Koberger entering the Costco. Now, remember in the documents, it states that he was turned away because he didn't have the membership card. And something I found weird that she doesn't stop everybody coming in that door.
Yeah, but everybody else looked like, moms, couples,
I was
whatever.
wondering,
It's a small town. She might even know the regulars.
recognizes the regulars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not wearing this big badge around their neck and a lanyard. I'm a member. None of that's happening. But she stops Koberger, and he doesn't
Mm-hmm.
happen to have a membership. But I wondered the same thing. He's strolling in alone with his water, looking
I
all
think she
sus.
profiled him,
Yeah, she
young,
sussed him. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
huh, who's this character? Hey, lady, good catch. She knew right away. She's like, something's up with this one. All right, well, hats off to you, Costco lady. All right, here we go. And there's no sound, guys. And I'm going to go grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. And also, guys, when he's walking up, look down at his pockets, his front pants pockets. The reason I say that is because I think he has two phones. One in that left pocket that he just put his hand in, and one in that right pocket. And he's on his way to his car, and then Albertsons is his next stop. And all of these details are from the court document. Motions in limine, it was about the make and model of the vehicle. There was one court document that was like over 50 pages, and the FBI, it had an FBI report attached to it, and they like literally list out all these different timestamps and where he was. Yeah, Riley, I think that back right pocket, because it's kind of like he's wearing dress pants or something. You know how on men's pants, like the back pocket might be like a fake one? I think that that's like the little insert of it. Like just it wasn't tucked in. I didn't notice anything in the pocket. Like it was just half hanging out. You're talking about the right one? Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a pretty distinctive looking car after all, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm back. Thank you, Dolphin, for filling everybody in on
Mm-hmm.
what we're viewing here.
Yeah, I was just telling them that the make and model motion in limine is the one
Hmm.
that had the FBI report attached to it that had all these timestamps.
Exactly. That's right. Because you can go back and match all that up. Because
Mm-hmm.
all of these that we're viewing now were absolutely talked about in the documents. And shoot, Kate's Cup of Joe came up 2 years ago
Mm-hmm.
in a document because we were all like, "Where's that at? Let's go to the map." Well, but we found it. So this is the earlier I showed you guys the parking lot where it's located. There's the Cup of Joe here. I don't know if you can see y'all can't see my pointer probably there. So Gray Hughes, this is Outcast got it from Gray because Gray does zoom in on some of his work here, his work, whatever. Here we come. Just a creeping. And you know what? Look, what do you notice? No front black bra on
I was
this
just thinking the
card,
same thing.
Dolphin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
so on the 13th, Brian Koberger did not have the black bra on the front of this alarm,
Right.
but we all saw the photos when the cops got to the car finally. It had a black bra on the front. We trying to change the look of our car, Bubba, ever so slightly. The best way we couldn't go get a new paint job. Well, you could have, but he probably didn't have money. Just got fired from his teaching job and stuff. Hmm. Wonder when he purchased that, if they can find record of that purchase. I want to know the
Oh,
date.
I'm sure. Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
do.
I want to know the date he bought that. That's pretty good pictures of the car and
Mm-hmm.
how the line on the side there,
Mm-hmm.
runs down like that. Hmm. Creeper.
I wonder, was that one of his cash purchases? Like
I
that's something, can you go into like a business and buy that, or is that something that has to be ordered?
Yeah, you can go in. Well, you probably would be better off to order it. I don't know, like
Mhm.
the AutoZone or whatever they have there is not going to just have it in stock.
Mhm.
My son buys that kind of stuff. He's ordering it custom for the whatever vehicle he's
Right.
getting stuff for. He was online 2 days ago getting my daddy a new mirror for his truck, very specific that models and all that. So yeah, he probably had to order it. There should be a purchase order behind that, and but he went using cash. Remember?
Mhm.
That one document. So, yeah, good question. Did he purchase it cash or did he have to order it? Hmm.
Maybe he bought another gift card.
He probably did. He likes some gift cards.
Mhm.
Maybe he got some for Christmas.
Oh, a junkyard. Firefly said.
You can go to junkyards and get them if you think about it. I don't know that Cobra
Yeah,
is
what's
that
that
guy.
place because I was looking for a lens cover for my brake light.
Uh huh.
And it's you pull apart or something. It's a chain, but yeah, you have to know the specific model because
Yeah.
certain things fit only certain cars.
Yeah, I could see going to the junkyard to get a fender or
Yeah,
bumper or
pull
something like.
apart, I think, is like a
Yeah.
chain junkyard.
But
Mm-hmm.
for something as simple as that, you'd probably, I don't know if there would just, it's gonna be hard to find one at a junkyard on a wrecked Elantra that you can just go take it off, and it happened to be fit your car. So he probably ordered it or purchased it in person. We don't know when that happened, so I really want to know that information. And Dolphin, going back before we get too far into this,
Mm-hmm.
you and I had a conversation texting back and forth about what's in Koberger's pockets, and
Yeah.
I don't mean in a friendly way, ladies,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Or gross way, it depends on you. Uh, it looks like definitely a cell phone in one pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You can pretty much see the outline, but both front pockets are stuffed with something, and the back pocket is hanging out
Yeah.
in the Costco
It's that little
video.
fake pocket on the back of men's
Yeah, yeah,
pants. Forrest knows, right? Forrest?
yeah. That
One
little
of the few
flappy thing.
males in here.
That little flappy piece is hanging out. And
Mm-hmm.
so, does he have a wallet or a wad of cash in the front pocket and a phone in the other, car keys as well? Or did he have two phones, one in each pocket? But I can only really tell with one pocket. But the other pocket's definitely full of something.
Yeah, if you later I can show you when you pause and
Uh
blow
huh.
it up. It definitely has that distinctive,
Oh,
like
yeah.
rectangular shape at the
In
bottom on
fact,
that right one when he's walking in.
I
You
think that I have a screenshot,
you got to
Dolphin. I
pause
should.
it at the right time.
Yeah, I think. Let me see. Did I save that? Oh, it's right here. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. I do have an image, guys, where I took a screenshot. When you zoom in, you can see the outline, but we're going to be reviewing it again. All right, so I'm
Okay.
going to let this continue. I wanted to point out about the black bra on the front of the car,
Mm-hmm.
and then go back to your thoughts about the what's in the pocket situation. Okay, so then he's creeping off out of the scene now.
Oh, sorry. I thought I had turned that off. Could you guys hear that?
Barely. I don't even know what it was. If I'm hard of hearing anyway. I
Motion detected at your back door.
was that.
And Ring AI is a brown deer is walking on the driveway.
It tells.
Yes, yes, she is.
I got the Google Nest, but I haven't used that thing in years. Like, it's literally sitting over there in the corner. I'm like,
Hmm.
she weirds me out, so I don't like her.
Yeah.
Listening to me and stuff. Stop it, ma'am. It's funny. I knew it was a deer when the movement was detected.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, ma'am, it's time for our breakfast. Get out here. Get off that true crime situation. It's going to be a crime in a minute if you don't come feed us.
Right
Those
to
two.
him in prison. Yeah.
Mm. Did y'all catch in Plunder's video that she's working on a new Stefan Stearns video? She got some FOIA dumps from prison.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We got to look at what he's doing in prison, I think.
Oh,
Of
boy.
course, there we come with that little sneaky white Elantra. He's going to park to the far left hand of the screen. There's a pickup truck over here. There's a white,
Yeah.
it's a
The,
white car, and then the pickup truck with a cab on the back.
that was very interesting because he cuts through
You notice
two
that?
rows of
Hmm.
parking. Hmm.
Strategic
Yep.
almost.
And hid behind that.
He
Yep.
hid that. Look, me and you have
Hmm.
the same brains. We're like, why are you hiding behind that truck, Coburger?
Hmm.
You literally passed up other spots. You could have parked over here beside the white
Hmm.
car, but you sneaking in the back. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get in trouble for saying he was sneaky on this video. Who's gonna get me in
Screw him.
trouble?
He's a convicted murderer now.
Oh. Yes, I understand with my terribly long arms.
Oh, your nest spoke to you. Oh.
Oh,
No, but I just turned on the Ring AI feature, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. It's funny because sometimes it calls Pipsqueak a black cat. You know, a black cat is sitting on a sofa, like in the den or whatever. Or then it's like, mostly it gets it right. It's like a brown dog, is standing, in the
So
den.
funny.
Like,
What
yeah, brown dog is standing on a red rug. It's,
what
yeah,
are you
it's
gonna do
funny.
if you're coming out of the bathroom when you hear masked man in the kitchen? The fuck?
Grab a little friend.
Where's my friendly friend? He's
Yeah.
always nearby.
Little Smith and Wesson, or
Yeah.
something, right? Yeah.
Mhm. Meet Sally.
Well, there he goes waddling up to the store.
So I was looking to see if these are the black pants from the closet.
Mhm.
They don't appear to be the Levi's because of the little freaky pocket hanging out of the back. All right, so this is when he entered the Albertsons, right?
Mhm. And he made
There.
a beeline. He was all about the business in
He
the
was a man
grocery
on a
store.
mission. I noticed that. He's a
Mhm.
man on a mission is what I thought. And I was thought, you know exactly where to go, Bubba. You must frequent that store.
It's disturbing how casual he is,
Mhm.
knowing what he just did.
Exactly. And remember, guys, we saw the photo where he thumbs up Mama
Mhm.
after he goes back to the crime scene that morning and spends his few minutes over there. He's thumbs upping Mama in the bathroom, and then he takes off down to Clarkston. I'll show you guys in relation to where he lived in a few minutes on the map. But there he is, like Dolphin says, he's strolling about that morning. I couldn't sleep the night before. I was out stargazing.
Mm.
Never did get any sleep, but here I am, showered fresh and thumbs up and ready to go. Go get me some stuff from the Albertsons. What'd you get, Coburger? Hey, didn't we don't have receipts from that stop yet that came down in those motions, just that he was there. And we've known for a long time they had video of him in the Albertsons parking lot that tied him to that white Elantra that was talked about in the early documents as well. Look how long his arms are.
The natives are restless in the back. They're
Mm.
making moves.
That dude's got a long reach with those long arms. That's all I can think about. A very long reach. And if you pull back and you power punch, does he have it in him to power punch other than hitting girls?
I mean, he used to box or whatever, so I would say,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He did do the boxing. There he is coming to the checkout, guys. You can see him right there. That lady's in the way. Okay. Now, did he pay with a card? Because this is still the 13th before he went cash.
No, this is after he went cash. He stopped using cash on the 10th, I
Oh,
think it
that's
was. It
right.
was like a few days before the
That's
murders. He
right.
stopped using cash.
They did say that in the document. It was a couple days before.
I don't know. Did he swipe or did he like
It
feed
looked
money
to
in?
me that's what I was trying to see, Dolphin. Okay, she's moving. He's stuck. He looked like to me he stuck the card up.
And see, he's very
Or,
right-handed.
mm-hmm.
So his phone was in his right pocket. Huh. Or
And
the
he's
one that
entering
you
stuff into the
saw.
buttons. And it's just maybe I can play with that video later and kind of try to zoom in a little more on him. It's gonna be, but the more you do that, sometimes it gets too blurry.
That might be a card purchase because he's standing
Mm.
there way too long for
It looked like to
cash.
me because so watch this lady. As soon as this lady's head moves, you can see. It looks like to me he was swiping. Okay,
Hmm. Yeah, that's why I said card purchase.
and he walks up and puts his stuff down, and then she
Hmm.
is in the way, and then right there is he tapping to pay?
He
Then
did
he's
something twice, so yeah, that might
yeah,
be that it didn't take the first time.
right, and he's keying the answers, the prompts. It looks like he's going to grab his receipt, maybe.
Yeah, but there's a long delay there. That's not cash.
Exactly. That's taking a minute for that transaction to
Mm-hmm.
process. So that's what I was thinking. This is not a cash purchase. It was a card. So they're going to have that receipt.
He's still got the card in his hand too. He hasn't reached
Mhm.
down to put it away, right?
No, not that I could tell. There it
Oh,
goes.
look, he just stuck
Now,
it back in the right pocket.
uh-huh. So I
Mm.
never saw a wallet,
Yeah.
that he did just shoving in his pocket. And that
Mm-hmm.
left hand pocket appears to be more round than the right hand pocket or fluffier. If that makes sense. Like there's something
Mm-hmm.
in the pocket. I don't know if it's just keys or if there's more stuff beside. And then he gets this one bag of items or item.
See,
And
and you can see that there's something way down in the bottom of that pocket,
mhm,
the left
that's a,
pocket. That's
yeah,
mm-hmm. He put in his perks number.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
got to get those perks in, man. Doesn't matter if I'm buying garbage bags or another cleaning supply.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a shower curtain.
So, but you know what? He probably did use a card intentionally because this is his day of, oh, Sunday afternoon,
Routine,
doing usual things, running errands, da 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 da.
my
You
routine,
know?
getting ready for my week at school or
Mm-hmm.
no, whatever. Yep, part of his routine. Couldn't sleep last night. Rode around. Where's them stargazing photos? We got a bunch of daytime photos of you in the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
We got some Indian hills and stuff like that riding around at night, but I don't think you was stargazing on Indian hills.
You know, when he came out of the store, he walked down the wrong aisle.
And there
He's
you go.
gonna, I think, walk behind this white truck, the aisle on the right, but you know he parked way over there to the left, and I
Yeah,
think, or
he
no,
let's see, that's him leaving. Hold on.
he walks away from his car. Like,
Okay, there he goes.
okay, so he,
So the car is up here on the left hand side still. He's walking towards that area now. And he's
see
walking down.
that white truck?
Yeah. Right down on the right hand side, you can see the gray truck. And he's walking down the center lane around all of these trucks, like you said, over around past this white truck here at the end.
And then
Nope,
he has to
cuts
go
through.
past cars.
Now he's walking toward his car next to the truck. Here's another image of it. And there he's leaving. See, he pulls away from the silver truck over there in the park on the left hand side, and that's him up there creeping to come out of the parking lot now. And he sits
So
there.
okay, he walked down this aisle where the red truck is, but he
Yeah,
walked down the right side of it and then
yeah,
had to cut through to get to his car.
yeah. And he cut back, and then there he goes out of the parking lot, and that is the end of the videos, pretty much. And now he's back on out to the highway. Lord. And see, he's got his hand in that pocket now, or is that from? Hold on.
Right when she's, talking to him and whatnot, I think before he left, he
Let me
did
go
put his
back.
hand down in that left pocket.
Yeah, let's go back to that for a second before we move on to the rest of the stuff Plunder's going to talk about in that one, because we're not watching her whole video. I have the timestamp of where we need to be on that one.
Okay.
Okay, so let me pull back up what we were just looking at and to go back to the Costco entrance for a minute, guys. And you guys tell us what you think about the pocket situation as well. Um, like you said, that right hand side, you can definitely tell the phone. Okay,
The
so
hand that was cut up was the left hand.
that had the band
Cause,
aid on it.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me get that blown up for
So,
us.
like, literally, when he's way out on the sidewalk, start looking at his left pocket. So, the one on the right side of the screen. Look
So
at that. Do you see how square, like rectangle that
right
is
there.
on that side?
Yes.
Like when he's actually, before he gets here, when
Mm,
his leg is moving, if you look at
okay,
the
let's go
bottom of
back.
it, you can see it's rectangular,
Okay.
like a phone.
So y'all hone in on the pockets, and you're right. Both sides now look like they have a phone in the pocket. Because it doesn't look like a wallet. It's too lint. You know what I mean?
I mean,
It's
he put his
small.
card in his right pocket.
He sure
So
did.
I don't think he was carrying a wallet
I exactly. I don't, 'cause I never saw him whip the wallet out
to
or
pull a card out or right. Hmm.
exactly. Okay, so let's and I'll stop it so we can get a gist of the ah.
See, yeah, right when he comes around, when he comes into view, you can see it. It's
And then you go here, uh, right there. Look at that. Can you see that? You can
yeah, but
see it
there's
further
something
down,
below that. Not that, it's something below.
right underneath it.
Yeah.
That sticks out a little. Maybe that's the
I think
keys
there's more
first.
than one thing in his pocket. Probably his
Oh
keys.
yeah, there's more than one thing there. I'm
Mhm.
focused on the phone. I'm looking for the outlines of phones because I'm assuming a key would be in the pocket. I'm assuming a debit card or cash would also be in there. But what else is in there? And
Mhm.
that the length, the shape of that lends itself to a phone. Could be dead ass wrong, but a wallet would be shorter, right? Wider.
Yeah, let me see if you slow that down. That'll distort
Yeah.
it, right?
Mhm. Let's try. Hold on. Playback speed. What do we undo? Go down to? Let's see. I don't know how if we should go if that's going to be enough. We'll adjust if we need to. Okay, here he comes. He's right there past the window. And I'm not going to stop it. Let's just look. See the outline on the left pocket.
Every time he puts his leg forward, you can see the
Hmm.
bottom indentation a lot better.
And
And
then
right there before he stopped, you could see the bottom of his right pocket, and it also, you could see the left before he stopped and turned. Yeah.
you can see right there how long that actually looks. It's squared. You
Mhm.
you tell you can tell, huh? And
Mhm.
then if you I'm looking for the frame, guys. Now keep your eye on the right pocket. You can see the back pockets let out. There goes the hand into the left pocket for a moment. And here again, this is a
Mhm.
kind of squared off a little there. And I'm clicking it as is going through because I'm just looking. Okay. These are like athletic type pants. They're not blue jeans. Is he bald or graying in the back? Top of
I
his head.
think that's a thin spot,
And you can
or
see
maybe he just didn't brush his hair good enough or comb it good
when he
enough.
starts to walk away on that right, see right here, you can almost see the outline of a something in that pocket as well on this
Mhm.
side. And as he walks away, keep your eye on the right pocket, guys. And then I'll see what you guys are saying in chat.
His hair
Where,
might also be wet too, still,
yeah,
and he
where
just didn't comb it
I
because
don't
his hair is curly. So yeah, that's just probably separated because of that.
thinning. He's thinning Firefly. He certainly is. Okay, is so it's really hard to tell, guys. So but it appears there's something in both pockets. So what, like Firefly's comment, yeah, we've never heard that Brian Koberger had a second phone.
So here's the thing: there are lots of phone warrants where they've got the dates, when he got the new phone or whatever, the June 23rd, 2022. But there were also those warrants for the quote unquote unknown subscriber, and the number was redacted or whatever and
Yeah,
everything. So there's some phone warrants there that were suspicious, you know.
there was some stuff that was suspicious
And
about that.
here's the thing: if sorry, I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Even if he had another physical device like phone in his pocket, he doesn't necessarily have to have cell service,
Mm-mm,
you know?
not at all.
Um, so he could have dropped an eSIM from something else, and made his old phone into a burner phone, or whatever. So,
Or you could
yeah.
just take it around with you and run on the Wi-Fis that you pick
Hmm.
up if you wanted to do it that way. He's
And
running
use that device to look up different things or whatever.
to, yeah, to do your maps and you're figuring out where these houses are. Like, all these pretty girls you got on your phone, which one's going to be my target?
So
Um,
see, this is what still reminds me. I need to see the Celebrate stuff where they were saying he was on the phone with his mom, because remember, he was supposed to have been dark at that
yeah.
time period. So it would make sense if he had another device.
And when before he turned on before he turned the phone back on, didn't he stop on the side of the road and access his account through the iPad, or how did that actually go?
Oh, you're talking about when he left the house
Mm-hmm.
after the murders and
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah.
We
So
logged into his VPN, and I don't know,
yeah.
through, what was it? Was it through the
And
Google
y'all know
account
it.
or
If
something?
he had if he physically had a burner phone, it's wherever the knife and the murder suit, whatever he had, kill kit, wherever that's at, we're probably gonna that's where that phone's gonna be.
I mean, this guy had tons of devices. This guy reminds me of me, okay? Because, like I
Hmm.
said, when I'm done with tech, I don't throw it out. So I have tons of old phones, tons of old tablets, laptops, da 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 da. If you go back and look at, what is it? The itemized list of things from the Moscow PD reports, they had, like, I don't know, about 5 computers or whatever that they pulled out for this guy. Multiple different laptops and desktops and stuff like
Um,
that.
yeah, they got most of
Mm-hmm.
that came from Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
And we know he's not a
Yes,
full-blown idiot. He knows to get
Rachel.
a burner phone. Rex Shurman had multiple burner phones. I would not be surprised if Koberger had a burner phone. Would they be actually able to find it? Who knows? He was good at wiping devices, apparently. It's all kind of ways to hide it. So, but like Dolphin goes back to, there were some suspicious search warrants. So we'll have to wait as things become unsealed, will we learn more? You would think if he had a burner phone and they absolutely knew it, the prosecutors would talk about that a little bit and not dance around this guy was nothing to see. He had a bad day situation. It'll never happen again in my town. Move on. Not, oh, we could have a hybrid killer, or we have a hybrid killer on our hands. They're afraid to come out and say that for whatever reason. Call it PR. I don't know what you call it, but it's not a stretch to think that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Rachel thinks he went to the Costco and done that intentionally, knowing there were cameras there. He could have
Mm-hmm.
went anywhere in that town. He could have went to the Walmart across the street and done that because there's cameras there, and you wouldn't have got stopped for a card. So I don't know what he was doing at the Costco. Why Costco? Right, Rach? Why the Costco if you don't even have a card to get in? And there's a possibility they're going to stop you. Was he going to go in there and make the purchase that he ended up purchasing at Albertsons across the street? Well, they didn't let me in the Costco to get whatever's in this bag. Let me go over here to Albertsons where I didn't want to go to start with. And he didn't get a lot at the Albertsons, so why go to Costco for it? It don't make any sense.
Yeah, it was a Starbucks Frappuccino or something like that at Albertsons.
Okay. His coffee run.
Mm-hmm. Because he damn sure needed it. The
You
dude
know
had
it.
been up for like 2 days.
I run on caffeine, man, and hiking and stars and stuff. Got to get me some more coffee. Okay. Because that's a tight little area through there. Let me go and we'll take a look at this for a second. All right. So let me get our bearings of where we need to be. Okay. Now, according to the PCA, oops, hang on, let me make it a little smaller. Okay. So Moscow is here. Moscow's right here. Um, they say he came down this way toward Lewiston, Clarkston area when he left the home after the crimes and went back up into Pullman that way. And in relation to where this little area is down here at Lewiston's Cup of Joe, Kate's Cup of Joe, we'll show you where. Okay. Pullman's here. So you got Pullman to the left, Moscow on the right, and then you got the Lewiston, Clarkson just below the two areas, okay? So he left his home over in Pullman that morning and made his way down into the Lewiston, Clarkson area, and that's where he went through all the little shopping we just saw. And there was a lady who described in one of the documents that they went to the Costco, right? And they were leaving the parking lot and they saw a man or the car. It was back here on this road because I remember reading the document and I went straight to the map and looked for it. He turned and went down this road that runs along the river.
Yeah, he was standing there.
Right? Yeah, that's right. Standing there. So the
And
Snake
they were going
River,
across the bridge.
right. That's right. They were going across the bridge. So I had to remember what I was looking at there. Okay. So here's the rivers again. You got Kate's Cup of Joe here, and you got Idaho just to the right, and you've got Washington just to the left. And so we have Snake River on the Washington side, and it looks like they call it the Clearwater River over on the Idaho side. And that's just to give you guys a little more visual on the area that we've been looking at. I'm a visual learner. It helps to go look. I feel like I know that area as good as I do my own area. And it's like, why? All right. All right, let me get this next video pulled up. So like I said, I don't know if they're going to drop individual videos of this. I don't know what Gray's put out on it or anybody else. We're going to go with Plunder's video. Let me get it up here. And I'll get to the timestamp because in the beginning of her video, she does talk about the videos that we just reviewed. And then she goes into the new stuff that also dropped. So let me get us set up for that. Oh. Where in the world? Okay. Oh, the button I'm looking for was right in my face the whole time. I'm like, where did it go? Lord. Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking. So like I said, apparently there were 31 total. Yeah. And this is going to start on Indian Hills Drive. Now, gosh, we've known about some Indian Hills footage for a long time, right, Dolphin? We've heard about in earlier documents that was spoke of in the motions and limine as well. All right, so this first one, guys, they're in a driveway. So this truck is parked in the driveway, and this is the black drive leading down to the road, and it's very dark. But that is the road out there in front of the home, and you're going to see Koberger's car pass by. Not going to be, of course, it's dark and it's grainy. It is what it is. But this is one of the videos they have, and this was located at 755 Indian Hills at 3:26 a.m. And then the next one's going to be like the neighboring homes, and we'll take a look at the map again in a few minutes and give you guys show you guys this area. Yeah, that's what I've said, Riley. Gray got it all in his FOIA dump, and Gray Hughes, the docket, and Plundered, they all share when they each receive information. They're good about doing that. So, did you guys see the car? Were you able to see it go by? Did I go back far enough? Way down in the bottom right hand corner, there's a possible entity. That's all I'm saying. So, there goes the car that creeping by. Now, this next frame, Dolphin, I don't see what I'm supposed to be looking at. Did you?
Okay. Yeah, where? In
Okay, this
this?
is coming. No, it's coming up. I see him pass by on this one.
Okay.
This is going to be the neighboring home coming up. Well, it's six. It says it's 763 Indian Hills coming up, but looking at the map, I'm like, okay. So here it is. There's a road. This is looking right at this house. This camera, and
Mhm.
there is a road to the right hand side. Looks like it's been below. Like this is up on a hill, maybe.
Mhm.
But I'd never see a car pass by that road, so I don't
What
know
about up
what.
to the left
I'm
of the
looking
house?
around. Okay, I need to focus more up there because you're probably right about it being up there since I never saw it down here on the right.
Yeah, I haven't watched her video at all.
Yeah, and there's no sound, guys. It's just the video. She did add the addresses to it with the timestamps and stuff.
I just saw a light on the
I
top
saw a light.
left. Mhm.
Lord, I hope they didn't give that to the FBI guy to figure out. Okay, that must have been it, Dolphin.
Mm.
So this is 787 Indian Hills. He's going to drive right past.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Witchy, if you want to get into the university covering things up for what, like PR sake, go check out some of the interview rooms discussions. Yeah, they don't want shade thrown on their college towns. Any college town's going to react that way.
Yeah, that's what I was saying a few minutes ago. This is
Hmm.
nothing new.
No. Hell, it happens all the time. Look at all the hazing incidents that get swept under the rug. So this is 1125 Ridge Road. How many times that come up in documents?
Mhm.
Now, which one did they said they sent back over to IMEL? There was a specific one. Now, Ann talked about a couple of Ridge Road, and there's the wrong way on Ridge Road and all that mess she was trying to go at. But there was one specific video IMEL had from the Ridge Road videos to use to determine the new year of the car. That was the reason I'm like, which one was this, right? So this is the 1125 Ridge.
Yeah, and there are two cameras there.
Yeah. Okay, so here you can see the car already coming into the frame, and I'll show you guys on the map in a few minutes of where all this is at in relation. So he passed by there at
Oh,
11.
y'all are talking about the sprinkles on the grass. I thought you were talking about this
Oh,
in
I
the
have no clue.
bottom left where
Hmm.
the pole is, the light
Yeah.
pole. I was like, no, that's sidewalk.
Oh, yeah, that's the sidewalk. All right.
Mhm.
There was not. There was very, very light snow. Oh, sorry, in the area. We've known for a long time all the weather conditions of that night and how much snow was actually around the area that night. So it passes by. That was at 329. I didn't finish watching this all the way through either, Dolphin, so I don't know what all's actually came down. I know there's some more Linda Lane clips. I don't know if they're different than what's already out there.
I think when they sent that email about finally got a good one, I think it was from one of these Ridge Road cameras, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. It was definitely from
Hmm.
Ridge Road. But 1125 is just jumping out at me, so I'm thinking I made a note to go look. Oh yeah, there was a great conversation over on Interview Channel about all of that, and I've talked about it here openly. I've shared actually some of that. So there he goes again. We've shared some of that conversation here and talked about it. So that is another angle from the same location. They're both saying 1125 Ridge Road.
Yeah, but one says camera one, one says camera two.
Right. So we got two different locations or angles from the camera. One and two. Out here circling his prey. Okay, there he comes into the frame there. He goes around. That must be their backyard. It went around the little curve there. Yeah, they were trying to do all their college merging and stuff. And they had, complete access to the police investigation. And we didn't even know at the time if, the killer was from Idaho University or Washington or just some passerby. Hell, right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's give them the little inside information. Yeah, pressure was on Scott Green, and boy, he was being talked about because of the all kind of stuff, all kind of stuff. All right, 1320. So there's going to be two Linda Lane camera footages, 1320, and then we have the other Linda Lane, which is trained on the parking lot next to the Queen Road Apartments. This one was trained to the right of that, in this little street here. And that road you can see where all the lights down at the end, that's Taylor Avenue. That road leads right up to the King Road neighborhood. So he's going to come into the frame here as he's headed toward it. All right. What time is it? Our timestamp 329. And this was actually leaked a long time ago. People weren't really sure if that was Koberger's car or not, but the video was leaked. Because you can't tell whose car that is. And you'll be able to see on the right hand side the lights come into the frame as he's coming down the road. Okay, here comes a car. And there it goes. And the PCA says what? Enters the neighborhood at 329, or was it 328? I can't remember the exact time they say. And this is the other Linda Lane footage from the back parking lot. So he goes on down Taylor Ave, he makes entry into the neighborhood, comes up in front of the house, in front of the Queen Road Apartments, and he lands back here in this parking lot, and it sees him every time he does it. All right, so we got a timestamp on this Linda Lane, 1330. So remember this time, so at 329, he's passing the other camera and entering the neighborhood, and now we're at 330. So just a few minutes later, we're going to see him show up back here. So here comes the headlights. Oh, I still have it on slow mode too, guys, I think. Unless it adjusted itself. And he goes around behind the building and drives down toward that back dark parking lot where he allegedly parks, either behind the house, beside the house, who the hell knows. He's back there in the parking lot parking. Okay, this is at Paradise. Now, wasn't there screenshots in one of the motions in Lemony that dropped with a pickup truck, or was that out of the? Seen it in the document drops. There was screenshots of the photos from like what these cameras saw, but this one is from 451. Oh, Paradise Drive. And I'm writing down the name, guys, so when we go to the map, I can keep up with everything. And this is going to be at 335 front door from this person's home. And whoa, that was pretty decent image there. Don't know if they could tell. That looked a lot like the screenshot we had saw in the beginning that came from the what was the name of that gas station? The video is
Um,
actually out now, but shit, Sunset Mart gas
yeah,
station.
there were a couple Sunset Marts, but
But the
yeah, I
one,
guess that was the one in Moscow.
yeah, and it's like this is from somebody's home right here. But the way that car just passed, it reminded me of the screenshot image that we had saw leaked from that video because it was in motion. Whoa, that was him. I got to go back to the map in a minute because Paradise was a road we were looking at. That's the, I know where that's at. Okay, so I got to go look again at how it snakes around. Okay, so that was him again at 443. Hold on, I'm timing this out in my head. 343. What did I say? 4. And the first time the camera saw him was 335. Hold on. Okay, did I go back far enough? Because I want to see from the second this frame kicks in. Oh, come on, act right. They must be letting my internet take naps today. What's going on here? It's a nice clear day. We shouldn't have any issues. Oh my goodness. How come when I go messing with it too much, it does this every time to us? Okay. I don't know. Can you guys still see me and hear me and all the things? Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Let me try to bring that back up because it looked like it all just stopped working. I was like, okay. If we go down, guys, there's something wacky going on with the internet. Not much I can do about it. Everything's the same, nothing's changed. Except the weather. Today I'm having pretty good weather. It rained here a lot yesterday evening. We needed it. My goodness. Okay, let me go back to the video because I want to see that shot again. Okay, I'm going to leave it here because it's showing the Linda Lane stuff and it'll start right after that. Now I wonder when he goes back there at 3:30, are there lights on in that house to say it's not go time quite yet? Does he know what time those girls got home? Al Gore's. I ain't heard that name in so long. Oh my goodness. Him and his wife tried to put labels on my music back in the day. I'll never forget it. All right. 12 or 3:35 and then at 3:35. Okay. And then over here in the corner, 3:43, that's him going that house is the one on the corner. I know. Okay. I visualizing in my head. Sorry guys, I had to work that out in my head for a moment. And then he's back at 3:48. He's got his little system down. Now 3:38, he's going to show up back here again at Linda Lane. Well, he didn't know how to beat all the cameras, did he, guys? You might can prepare a whole heck of a lot. Even these hybrid killers can't get past DNA and surveillance footage. That's going to be the downfall of these killers going forward. Rex Herman knows all about that DNA failure. He's learning in this transferred DNA, it can be explained. Go ask Rex Herman's wife. Allegedly, it's transfer. Maybe I should get me some of that, what's that dude's name? Elon Musk. I hear he's got some internet, but now I'm scared he'll be watching me. Like, don't look at me, Eli. I don't mess with you. But apparently he put a lot of technology into his cars, so hopefully that will help solve the Celeste Rivas murder or death and consequent movement of her body after her death. 3:56, he's back there again. What, he made 4 passes in total, they said on the other cam. According to the PCA, we had 4 passes. So every time he passed that camera, then he ends up back here in the parking lot to be seen again, and then goes back around behind the building again. And I wonder each time he's passing, is there still a light on? From the time before, okay, now the lights are all off. Now it's go time. Or were the lights off by, you don't want to go the minute the lights go off. They're still awake. 401 at Ridge Road this time. I'm going to make me a map later and put these times on it. And with a little car. Chook, 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 chook. Gosh, that would take me a couple hours. And maybe I'll sit out in the backyard and just get lost in it. My chairs have all dried out back there, maybe. It was damp out there. Oh, there he goes, this time from the other direction. Now, maybe that angle dolphin was a better view for them to examine for Ridge Road.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, boom. I wonder if Ann looked at that and go, well, how can I play this? He's going the wrong way on Ridge Road. Can't be him. He deviated from the way you said he went. Ma'am, did you see that big circle? You can just bust a Yui anytime. Okay. That's a pretty good, I'm no car FBI and analysis expert type person, but definitely looks just like the car we see on the other footage. So the backyard again, I'm assuming it's their backyard. Now, if you guys were on a jury and you're shown these videos, are you thinking, well, that's the same car he owns? They just showed me a picture of his car. Could you say that's the car? Because that's what that would have come down to, right? I don't care what the FBI expert comes up. There goes the car back there. Here he comes. Um, whoa. Zoomy, zoomy, sir. It's a curve. Slow down. Lead foot. But yeah, so you've got the experts up there explaining away things, but I'll look for myself and tell you what I really think. I think I could have agreed that that was the car I saw, the video that matched the car he owned. Okay, now he's back at Linda Lane again at 4:05. The DoorDash comes at approximately 4 a.m. 4:04, he entered the neighborhood at 1112. We can see that when it happens. So here he comes. This will be he comes back around here again at 4:07 because around 4:08 is when he dips back there for the last time. So we're lights all off at this point. Means Xana got her DoorDash 5 minutes ago. Is the kitchen light on when he goes? This is where he deviates from everything else, right? Instead of going on around that building and dipping to the back like normal, he's busting a U-ey back here in the parking lot and going back out the way he just came. That's the only time he does that. Was it because of Molly? What time did Molly leave that area? Oh shit, now I got to figure that out. I mean, I've seen it, but I just got to remember it. Remember, because Molly claims she parked behind the house, right? At one point, was looking around, then got back in and pulled back around. Is he seeing Molly down there? Because I don't know why he decided to turn around at the 4:05 mark instead of going the way he would normally go toward that back, unless he could see somebody back there. He's just not picking up, but it's a DoorDash driver going to that house. Or did he care? I don't know. Surely he thought by this time of morning they'd all be sound asleep from partying and whatnot the night before. Tipper Gore, Firefly. Yes, they like to testify in front of the Senate House Committee about our devil worshiping music and how we play our Ozzy Osbourne albums backwards. I laugh when I played them backwards. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? I don't do any of the stuff they say I'm doing, but okay. My mama bought me the music. I mean, shit. What she says goes up in this house, not no Tipper Gore lady. Y'all remember those Senate hearings? What was that dude from Twisted Sister got up there in his makeup and testified? That shit was comical as hell. It was good stuff though.
Oh yeah, I can't think of his name.
It's D. Snyder.
Yes, with
I
the
watched
big,
them.
long,
Yeah,
wavy hair. Yeah.
yeah. I watched those Senate hearings actually, most of them. Me and my mom together. That's usually what I watch that kind of stuff with. Was with her. There he went. So wait, what? What?
Teresa.
What?
She said y'all been here for 2 hours, and I just found out.
Oh no, ma'am. Okay, I'm so sorry. Oh, are your notifications not working, ma'am? They say if people unsub and resub, that helps, but I don't know if that's true. I've never had it happen. But yes, ma'am. Normally, for those of y'all who've learned me, I usually go live by 9:30, 10 a.m. the latest during the week because we all got stuff to do at some point during the day. But yeah, we've been here for a little bit, ma'am. But go back and catch us on the replay. We got good stuff in the beginning that we went over and reviewed. So this is and thank you for coming in, ma'am. This is the Sunset Mart on Bishop. And this is the one with the screenshot dolphin that was out there. Hang on, guys. I'm about to hit play. I was writing something down. All right, let me. And what had happened was, so the businesses were turning over their footage to the cops. This is what we've heard. The manager at this store goes in, sees this footage. White car passes by. She took a screenshot of the video, and then she sent the video to the police, but then the screenshot got released to the public, and people are like, that's not even a white Elantra. That car's sitting still in a parking lot with no tires on it. Okay, experts. I have eyeballs. Okay. Right there. And there is no timestamp on that, is there? Hmm. We didn't get a timestamp with that one. Okay, this one is from the Main Street location, 1311 South Main. Well. Daytime.
What time does that say? Is there
I
no stamp?
no, wait,
Oh,
wait, wait. Right there in the top left-hand corner.
oh,
Okay, maybe I
let me
can't either,
see.
but we can message and find out. Hang on, let me write this down. I'll hit it play.
Oh, wait,
Go
I'll
ahead.
blow it up. Hold on. I can see it. I just was on the restream window. I couldn't see it. It says, oh, now that's weird. It says 30913.
Because
Huh. That
that would
must be Greenwich Mean Time.
so that is
Oh no,
that
I'm sorry. 9:13 a.m. The 3 is
this is
November
the next
13th.
morning.
It says, yeah,
Wait,
2022 11:13, and then it says 09:13:01. Mhm.
what time again was it?
9:13 a.m.
And what time did he leave heading back over to Moscow after shooting
In
Mama the thumbs
between
up?
9 and, yeah. He went over at 9 and then came back by like 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. That's interesting. What side of the street is that on? I'm wondering, is that coming or going?
Yes, South Main Street, 1311. So we're gonna, yeah, I'm wondering too, Dolphin.
You said this is the Pullman sunset or Moscow sunset?
This one, it just says 1311 South Main Street,
Okay,
Sunset Mart.
1311
Yeah, I've got the
South
addresses
Main
wrote down.
Street.
And the other one was 1455 Bishop. So two separate locations here.
Okay, Moscow.
All right.
Got it.
Okay.
And he passed close to it, so he was traveling
Now,
south on
this
that
could be
street.
this. Yeah, this could be the Sunset Mart that screenshot come from, because now we have a nighttime image from the same location. All right. So I don't see the timestamp on this, but does not mean it's not there. I don't see it.
Let's see directions. Where was the house?
So now we got, here he comes. Oh, that was him at the very corner. Did y'all see that? Upper right hand, there's a red light there. Let me back it up just a little. So that he's not going to pass directly in front of the image. All right, so same gas station. It looks like this is pump 1 and 2. I swear the other shot shows me different pumps, so two different views. But the other one's going to be at night, and it's going to be in the right-hand corner, but not coming right past the place. They'll come from the side road, okay, from the intersection there. See, this is pump 9 and 10 from the same location. And it's there he is in the frame. You can barely see it there. And he comes across the intersection. Now
Now
here's
that's
another.
weird
Okay, go ahead.
because so King Road is exactly west of that gas station,
Mm-hmm.
right? You come out from the house, make a right on Taylor, you go all the way out Taylor, and then that gas station is on the right. Okay, okay. So he
He's
wasn't traveling south on um, No, that's Coleman oil.
Yeah, there's a couple of the videos, Riley, you can absolutely tell there's no front plate. You could see that in some of the videos we watched in the beginning as well. When I was saying there's no bra in the car, I didn't even think about pointing out that part, but yeah, there was
Mm-hmm.
never a front license plate. Well, until dude switched over to his shit, but okay. So now we got again 1455. I'm assuming that's probably him coming down the road. Zoomity zoom again. Zoom. Dude was not scared of getting stopped by the law. He's going to challenge him if he does. Doesn't matter.
So that's not the gas station. Okay, yep.
Now this, I don't know what she's talking about. Is this still her video?
Documents in the case against former Osceola County Sheriff.
What happened? Is that the end of the
All right, let's talk about these 31
So that-
new surveillance videos.
So I guess that was the end of the videos until they released. That's not 31 clips. So there's still more to come. And I'm going to break out the map in just a sec, guys, and show you stuff there. Yeah, this is the last one. Plunder may have some of these up on her Patreon now. I haven't even looked at what Gray's, if he's put all of them out there. Riley, you might know if he's got all 31 or whatever's going on here. So, let's see. Hey, pit bulls, welcome on in. Yeah, no license plate. When did you buy the black bra on the front? What did you purchase in the Albertsons with your debit card? What all's in your front pockets, my man? Both sides. Yeah, all the craziness from the football games is over. Parents' weekend had wrapped up. Oh, y'all are talking about Bloom and books and different things. So Plunder mentioned in her video that there was a screenshot somebody had, and so she kind of did a little deep dive, and apparently there's a production company called PF. I wrote it down because I went to go see and I didn't go look yet. PF Productions, I think she said it was called. PF Pine Productions, I think they're out of Canada, or they're filming in Canada. They were scouting for a location of a home that looked like King Road because they're about to do a made for TV type movie or some kind of TV show thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know the details on it or who's going to actually air it or anything about the producers or anything like that. So that's going to be out there too. There's going to be probably good documentaries that come out, and there's going to be those cheesy, did they get all the facts straight type documents, or they'll come like a Lifetime movie. Facts have been changed for not just to protect your people, but to make it more interesting. Like what? Embellishing the story that didn't need to be embellished. P.F. Chang's Sunflower. Okay. Let me pull up the map and show you guys a little bit of where these areas were that we were looking at on the videos. Okay, we'll start with the 1311. And when I pull that up, you can also see everything else. Okay. All right, no way. What's going on with that? All right. Oh, Steiner's right there. There's Indian Hills. Okay, let me get the map up and we'll just start talking and showing you guys. Okay. It's a hot mess, but we'll get to it. Get all of this shit gets on my nerves. All right. Up here, guys, is where the house used to sit. You'll see Taylor Avenue at the top. You can see where Sigma Chi is pinned there. The home at King Road was here. Taylor Avenue comes in, King Road, Queen Road. There's the apartment, so he goes behind. There's Linda Lane, which shows you the car passing by out on Taylor, and the parking lot where we see him come in, circle back behind the home. Now, notice here's Highway 95 in Moscow. You can go here to Taylor Avenue, circle all the way around the neighborhood, come down Walenta, and Walenta here will turn into Ridge Road. You don't see it on the map, but it's there. Just below here is Paradise Drive, and there's the curve in Paradise that we were looking at earlier. Also, Indian Hills is here. And it goes for a pretty, because we were always trying to figure out what was this guy doing on Indian Hills Road, what's back here, why are we going this way, and there's a lot of reasons why. Part of it, I think, was to avoid this whole intersection area here. How better way to do that than to come off the highway and take Indian Hills all the way through the back toward back to Steiner, which we've seen in documents that that's where they see him, and then toward the home. Now we're also, the gas stations are right there in that perimeter as well. So some of the videos we saw was him back here on Indian Hills riding around. I want to say there was Steiner Avenue video as well, still to come. And then Paradise is here in Walenta. And Ridge is, the Ridge Road videos they were showing is, actually I want to pull up that one actual address and look at that house for a minute. The 1125 Ridge. Let me do it this way because it'll pull up better. Okay. And it's blurred out on the map. All right, share the screen, get it up there. Okay, now we'll get our gist there. Okay, so again, there's Walenta. Let me make my everything large. There we go. So right here, and that's the one in the documents they were talking about, that this is the one where the FBI helped determine more about the actual accuracy of the year of the car. And Ann Taylor talked about this same location in her document. And again, just to get your bearing, there's the Paradise. And so if you look, when you come down Walenta, the back behind the home, you have your option of going this way down Paradise back toward, or you can continue on Walenta. That also brings you back into Paradise. So it's part of his little trolling back here. I don't know which way he went to get to Paradise, but that's where that's at. So let's look at this house, this location. Let's see. It just shows this to be Boyd Avenue, 476. I don't know why that comes up when you typed in the Ridge Road. When I did anyway, not you guys. 1125 Ridge Road, Moscow, Idaho. One of these apartments is, but see, now it shows Linter is the actual street. I know you can pull up Ridge Road specifically because I've been on the map looking right at the place. Okay. And when you So go down here, Bridge Road. Now, it was this building here, because down here's the corner of Lauder. Yeah. So it was this one here. Remember in the frame, you can see them come up this direction versus coming the other direction. Now let's zoom out a little bit. I've always noticed that median. When I was here the first time looking at this location, I'm like, there's like this little median here in the middle. You can see the good, so he comes up from this direction and he turns and goes in front of that. And this again was Lauder Avenue. So let's take a look at that right there. Lauder is right here. And Ridge is here. So it's like the corner of Lauder and Ridge Road. Even though the map still shows it as Walenta Avenue. And I think that in the beginning, that was hard for people to figure out who were going to the maps and trolling. Is like Walenta Ridge, what is it? It can be literally Walenta all the way around back there, but technically part of that is Ridge Road. So we got it from here at these apartment complexes. I want to see. Let me go back out here to the road for a second. There had to be a lot of cameras in town, but how many places actually have good quality cameras, and how far can they see and things like that? And thank goodness for those homes that have multiple cameras, right? We all wondered if that one house on Ridge or Rolenta up here that backs up to King Road, but it's up on a hill a little bit. We always wondered if they had a camera in their backyard, because it's a college town, people trolling around the neighborhoods, because it would have looked down right over the King Road home in that back parking lot. I've never heard anything about it. So, but there's that location. And so then I'm going to go over and look at some locations over on Indian Hills. Show you guys that. Let me get that typed in. Do you think, doesn't it make sense if you want to pop off that highway, just hit down Indian Hills Road? Why are the reason were you there? I don't think it was I might go hit this house. Oh, look, there's a bunch of cars there. Let me move on to the next house. I don't think it was that sort of situation. I think it was more of a planned route, a predetermined route. Okay, so here's one of the homes that we see in the video, what this home can see. Look, it's nice and pleasant looking around the area. Now, the video we saw, Dolphin, the pickup truck, it's the driveway, and it looks down the driveway to the road, and it's dark, and we just see the car pass by the front of the home.
Yeah.
I noticed up on the driveway, there's like a one of the it's like I don't know, with these fir trees they have, the little Christmas tree looking things. There's one in the drive. Because I was looking at the landscaping of the home right around it, trying to make sure it was the right actual addresses, but none of it really matched perfectly. But this is the home. And look at that. They're having some nice work done, guys. I like it.
Yeah, I love their landscaping.
Yeah, I do too, Dolphin. Then when I got here, I was like, oh, look, they're actually doing that now. So they got a guy out there working on it, or this day in particular. So this place is the one that captures him back there.
Oh, that was last month. That's
Yeah.
nice.
I think so. That was a cute idea there. Add some more greenery and the multi-levels for these little houses that they have. We don't have houses like that in Florida. We got flat land. All right. So then you go down, and there's just a look around the area, guys, that he was trolling around. Then there's another location. The other one was 763, which was next door. And what I'm going to have to do, or what I don't have to do, but I do it from our brain, from our visual. I'm going to put some of these on a map with timestamps, I think. Oh, what did I just do? I clicked myself right out of it. 763 Indian Hills. See, it's like literally right next door. Okay. But it didn't match the video. That's why I was like, because in the video, remember it shows the guy come up behind the house? Because I was looking to the right hand side, and you were like, what about to the left? There was a road that wrapped around, so I don't really see that house. Even the house address numbers are like, okay, that's 764. 763 should be across the street, correct?
Yeah. Odds on one side, evens on another. Yep.
So depending on the angle of how it would look, right? If this is the actual location, and they have a camera looking this direction, all it saw was the front of a house. Remember?
Yeah. Is that the house right there? The
There,
brown one that's down in that hill? Because this would be the higher street.
right?
Can you click down onto that street?
Let's see if we can get down there. Oh, what street was that though? I need to. It won't let me just jump down there.
Oh, yeah. And if you look at the map in the bottom left corner, it's like you can't go down in there, but that's. Oh, go up to the house with the red mailbox and the car parked in front of it. What's the address on that house?
We have
Zoom in. That's
775.
775. So that's it,
Okay.
probably.
We got 755 we looked at, and then 763 is the next location, and then we got 787 Indian Hills as well.
Unless they meant to put 773, because that's right next door to this house.
And when we look at the video, it
Go one
shows
more house up.
it's going to be on a corner
Go
because
to
there
the
was
next
a
house,
road.
yeah, where their white van is.
Mm-hmm.
And now turn towards the white van.
And then
Oh, wait. Is that the house?
Let me look at the video. Hold on. I'd have to go back and look exactly. I've got to put a picture of it next to this map so I can see. It's on a corner because to the right-hand side, there's a road that runs beside it, because that's why I was focused on that road. And you were like, no, look at the left corner. And I did, because the road wraps behind the home. But on the very right-hand side of the home, there is a street. The house is on a corner that we're looking at, right?
See,
And
look at the map at the bottom left corner.
let me
Like,
see.
don't move.
Oh, wait, hang on. I'm looking for something. This is
The
a
actual
driveway.
2D map
That's a
in
driveway.
the bottom left corner
Yeah.
where the Google guy is. Do you see
Yeah.
that there is a street up behind that house
Mm-hmm.
that you were standing in front of? That's why I was saying maybe that's the house.
It's on a corner. The house we were looking at, I know, is on a corner because there's a damn street that run right beside it, because I was too focused on that street looking for a car, or it's a driveway that wraps around it. So I have to go back and look and review that one because specifically, where did I get? Hang on, what did I have in the initial picture here? Okay, so this is what you get when you put in 763. And none of this is on a corner.
Let me look that up
except
on a
for
map.
here. Well, if we, and then it goes to 780. I typed it in exactly what the screen said, 763
No,
Indian.
I know. I just am trying to
I'm
look at
looking
something
for the house on the
specific.
corner. Because I know the video shows this house that I'm talking about that we see sits on the corner. It's like I'm wondering, like, oh, is that a long driveway down into their property? It is. Check that out. Okay. So we're back here at the white, and we're going to have to go past to the 763, and it sees him. And then at 787, it sees him as well. Let me put in the 7. We haven't looked at 787 yet while we're still thinking about the other location. 787, Indian Hills. See, that's just right there, too. Okay, so. And that is this house that it looks out towards. Red truck on the corner is right there, Dolphin. Remember and this is a brown house. And that's going back toward where the van's parked. So he either which takes me back to this house on the corner again. Wonder if that was a driveway I'm seeing in that way that
That's what I was getting ready
versus
to
that.
tell you. Go one more
Oh
house
yeah,
over.
yeah. I thought about that a second ago. That's
Because
what
of
I was
the
saying.
angle, it could
It
have
was
been the
either.
driveway.
It was either. I think that's it because wait, because you're not. There was no side road that came down. It's going to be seen back here, right, on the
Mm-hmm.
left hand side, and then you either had what I thought was a road or very well could be just a driveway. You're exactly right. Okay, to get the bearings better.
I
All
want to
right.
pull up the original thing. Oh, that was Plunder's video that you were looking at the black and white version of
Yes.
this.
Uh-huh. It's
Okay.
all on Plunder's video. And her 2709 is the timestamp that starts that section of videos, Dolphin, to help you hone in a little better. Okay, so now we had
2709.
the 1125 Ridge Road we looked at. We know where Linda Lane is located. And we also have a video at 451 Paradise. While she's doing that, guys, I'm going to look at the one on Paradise.
$7.55.
Okay, so you guys can see the map and how we were talking about Walenta earlier. This is going to be back behind the neighborhood to the right side of the neighborhood. So Paradise is that little
Okay,
road
now
that
I see the
runs here.
garage doors.
So we got the house is going to be like at the corner there of Paradise. Let's see. Some of this takes me back to the Doc's old video where he drove Firefly. Remember that video when he drove all through the neighborhood trying to pinpointing all the cameras? Okay, so we speculated back then which one of these houses back here all has cameras. So again, that was the Paradise Ridge or Paradise Road location that spots him on camera back there as he passes by, circling the neighborhood of the prey. Sick guy. Sickos everywhere. I'm not trying to look in their house, y'all. I was just looking at cameras and stuff. It's been a long time since I've been back here looking at these houses. It's crazy. Okay, so let me... And then he goes back up toward the Ridge Road location. Again, up here is where the 1125 Ridge Road camera sees him in the car that we saw. All right, so Linda Lane stuff. And then the Sunset Mart locations. So we don't have Sunset Marts around here, but we have other convenience store chains. I guess that's like one of their more popular ones in the area that are probably everywhere. So see, the Bishop Boulevard location comes up. Okay, there's the Paradise Creek. Okay, hang on. Paradise Creek is right there. Washington State University is here. This is Main Street 270 that runs you straight back to Moscow. So this particular one, he was still over in Pullman. And it's located on the corner. And it sits like this on the road. Camera's there. It's trained that way. Is that a camera or just a light? That's definitely a camera there. Which I know we've looked at, well, not all of us have, but a lot of us have. And here again, on this side of the building. So we'll probably have one on that opposite side to the building as well. Because they have this little The Chevron Mobile Station. Okay. Mr. Zippity Zip come past here, so we have all that. Let's see, did they have one on this side? And this one doesn't have the gas pumps in front of it like the other location did. It's not set up exactly the same way in the parking lot. Okay, so there's your first location that they talked about in the it has pumps, but they're, hang on, let me see something actually while we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I had to look at that for a moment. All right, so there's that location. Ow, sorry guys. All right, now we have this other one. South Main. See, it has a different whole setup there. Okay, so we need to get out on the street so I can look at something. It's not going to let me get out there. Come on. Remember in the one he came straight down in front, right? And the pumps, there was 2 different angles out to the parking lot. So here's your other location where he came through town. This is the one closer to the house, the King Road house. Let me pull that up, show you guys. All right, so it's sitting here on the corner of the Taylor Avenue and the Highway 95. So it would be as you take a left or right, depending on which way you come in. For his area, he's going left. Unless he came back up toward Taylor and hooked right and went around and made another loop back. Who knows? You know what I mean? I don't know which way he's going. I have to go back and watch the video again to get the bearings on which way he was traveling as he passed it. See, because you can get into the neighborhood here. And he was kind of going fast a little bit. Would you be slowing down because you got to turn? My mind is just trying to figure out what was this guy doing. This is the one, you're right, the A&W. That's where the photo was taken from. The Sunset A&W. The screenshot from the video. So now I know this is for sure the one where he passed by them. Okay, got my bearings on that one. With the big, so it's literally right on the corner into the neighborhood. So did he come this way originally? How many times did that camera see him? Just the one, Bishop, twice on Bishop at 1455. Main Street was that one. So I'm trying to figure out if he only passed it once, entered the neighborhood, and then when he's doing his loop-de-loops, he avoided that going back that way, right? Because you can skip all that. If you just come up here, boom, camera at Ridge Road to be seen right here. You don't have to go back up here and do all this again. You just cut through right here. So did he only go by, you know what I'm saying? And then, yeah. Okay, dude. We've been trying to map you out for a long, long time. Well, guys, that's all of it. I don't know. What do you guys think? As more comes out, will we learn more about what this guy was really up to and anything like that? They got a liquor store and the gas station. Dude, you walk up at the, it's so disgusting. I walk into a gas station to pay for my gas and sitting right next to the counter, big old display of mini fireballs. Hell, get your whiskey to go. Like, what? Please don't sell that to people, because now I got to go out there and drive wondering how many just grabbed Fireball at the checkout. Goodness gracious, I can't. I don't understand what that's about. Make it make sense, as they like to say in the true crime world. All right, Dolphin, you still with me? She might have slipped away. So Dolphin and I have been reviewing stuff, that comes down in the Celeste Rivas case. There's no arrest have been made yet. Obviously, we would hear about it by now unless something's popped off since we've been live. Um, Ashley Banfield did a discussion, or she had Joseph Scott Morgan on her show, and they had a discussion as far as, outside of the rumors and the drama and all the tea, get down to what's happening here. And I mentioned this last week when we were talking about it. Figuring out how she died is going to matter, right? Um, the fact that she ended up dead in a trunk or a frunk, whatever you want to call it, dismembered, is bad enough, but we still need to figure out how that happened, because that will depend on his charges, right? If it was murder, we can get a murder charge. If she say she passed away of an overdose or something accidental, then they freaked out and did all that to her later, that's a whole separate type of charges. So the conversation between Joseph Scott Morgan and Ashley was about the crime scene itself and her body. And we had somebody was talking about it the other day. We were like, not to get too graphic, guys, but it is true crime. So did her body just fall apart from the decomp? And like he said, there would be evidence of tool markings and things of that nature, bones that could indicate dismemberment versus just the body breaking down. And they're still very unclear about if her whole body was found in that trunk or even all the bones to her body, right? Is there missing stuff we don't know about? We're going to stay tuned and check it out. We'll have to do a full update show on that dolphin. Maybe this weekend we'll sneak one in if we're not doing anything and get caught
I
up.
just got back. I'm sorry. What were you talking about?
The just little updates you and I were discussing over the past 24 hours or so in the
Mm-hmm.
Celeste case, the David
Oh,
stuff
yeah, yeah, yeah.
about I think we should maybe do it if we're not busy this weekend, maybe we'll do a little update show about what is that, because like I said, a lot of us out there, guys, is speculation and rumor, and I'm fine with talking about all that. It's just not a lot out there. But I was telling them about reviewing what Ashley Banfield's discussion with Joseph Scott Morgan on the body itself
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
things of that nature that could be looked at. But if you guys go over to Ashley's channel, you'll find, I think it was on News Nation as well as Banfield's channel itself, the Drop Dead Serious. But I think
Mm-hmm.
News Nation did release like the whole interview, and they released just the clip of her segment with Joseph Scott Morgan. And it's always a good thing to listen to somebody who knows what they're talking about when it comes to crime scene investigation and
Yeah,
what
really.
the body can tell you. Um, because all of that's to me is super important just as much as the rumors and the speculation. I need the nuts and bolts. I need to know the deets, right? So good information there. But I'm going to put together a big an update show of where how we got there, what we know, and where it might go. So I am keeping an eye on things that are happening in the case. There's just a lot of stuff out there about it. So um, and I know there's been some more documents dropped in the Barry Morphew case, guys. We'll do a update about that as well coming up this week. Monday, we'll get back to our Delphi coverage and reading. I guess my partner in crime is MIA. I better probably send out like the bat signal and do a check in. But
Mm-hmm. For
if I
Joe.
can
Yeah.
locate Joe Schmo by Monday morning, we'll pick back up on the Delphi case. But until then. I usually take the weekends off, and you guys will usually see me out and about on these YouTube streets. I might sneak in a show this weekend, depends on what I'm doing. Dolphin, thanks for coming up with me and unpacking these things.
Oh, you're welcome. My food just got here, so I was like,
Did
oh, this
it?
is perfect
I'm
timing. Hmm.
good. I'm kind of getting hungry myself. What did you get? Maybe you'll inspire me.
Blueberry pancakes
Oh,
from
hell.
IHOP.
Well, I got some of those in the freezer. Well, no, I don't. I lie. The grandbaby loves blueberry waffles. He has waffles in the freezer and they're blueberry, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I want. I'll go find something. All right, guys. Y'all have a fabulous weekend. Get outside, breathe the fresh air, touch some grass. If you can do all that, take a moment for yourself. Treat yourself with kindness. Do all those things we're supposed to do. Do all that. Dolphin, have a good weekend. I know I'll talk to you at some point over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And
You too.
guys, I'll keep an eye out on what happens with these 31 videos and throw together some stuff as well. So I'll be working as well as relaxing over the weekend. You guys keep an eye on the community tab. I usually try to keep you guys posted and updated on the tab when we're not live. So keep an eye for things over there. And have a great weekend. Mods, thank you for all your wonderful work. We appreciate you guys over here so, so much. All right, guys, y'all have a good one, and I'll see you come Monday.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you all for watching this here video.